Oh, hello and good evening and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. It's a Friday night and it's live. Hello there, greetings everybody. So, have we got an absolute belter for you tonight? Because we have the Bathurst 2.5 hour, our first 2.5 hour in 2024. So this is going to be quite the corker and I have a lot to go through. So first of all, we are bringing you the race. They have qualified already. I will go through that as well, but apologies that we couldn't bring it to you. But we'll get the race, and that is more important. So, for the 2.5 hour, you probably know how much all of this all goes, but we shall go through it anyway. So, the 2.5 hour at Bathurst, and it's Australia. G'day, mates. How you doing? Apologies for the poor Australian accent. So, shall we get all through this? So, for this 2.5 hour, very special 2.5 hour, we've broken it down into 3 categories. It's not like the usual 2 that we normally have. Slightly different this year, we're going 3. So, how's it all going to go down? Well, what we have done is we've broken the grid up into 3 categories, in which there is a pro category, a pro amateur category, and an amateur category. So we could have a potential 3 new drivers in the Hall of Champions. We're guaranteed at least 2, which I'll explain, possibly a 3rd, we don't quite know yet, but we will have to wait and see. So, how has this all gone down? Well, if you can bear with me 1 second, I shall get you some of the details and help go through it all so we all know where we are. So, yes, we're at the 2.5 hour, we're at Bathurst, it's in Australia, and courtesy of our lovely Pat-Man, Stat-Man, skibbity-dip-dip-doo-doo-doo, and that's the last time I'm going to do anything like that. And we'll be racing here for, let's have a look, find out, 73 laps, which is going to be an equivalent of 453.55 kilometres, or for those in the normal universe, it's 281.85 miles, so quite a long way to go. There's 23 corners per lap, in which there are 14 left and 9 right. The cars available, they're all Group 3s, every single one of them. That's how we've broken it all down, in which they have a choice of either the Lexus RCF Prototype 16, a Mazda 3 or a Mazda Tenza, which we're looking at now, or the Hyundai Genesis. And these are how it's all gone down so far. So far in the pro category, we have Super Manning, who we are currently looking at right now. Another returner to the Virtual Racers Club. It's great to see him on track. It's great to see you. Hope you're doing well, Super Manning, and good luck to you in your first time back. Very looking forward to it. Also in the pros, let's see if we can go find him. I don't think he's here yet. Nope, I can't see him, so we'll have to leave it. So, in second we have Matt Psycho. So, it's going to be one to watch out for. We also have a new kid in our block. Here he is, Get Boosted UK. I'm just going to call him Boosted for short. I hope you don't mind that, pal. And he is in the Hyundai Genesis. Oh, that is a good point. Superman is in the Mazda Atenza, because they're only allowed 5 of each car. So he's gone for the Mazda. Matt Psycho has gone for the Hyundai. Apparently the Hyundai is quite strong around here, so that will be one to look forward to. Boosted as well. That's a Hyundai, so Boosted is in the Hyundai. He is new to the Virtual Racers Club, and this is going to be his first ever race with us. So, Boosted, welcome to the Virtual Racers Club, and what a start to have in your first 2.5 hours with us. Setting the ball high there, but from what we've been told, this guy is quick, so we've got good things to come from him. We also have the other star in our show. Let's see if we can go find him. I'm also using a keyboard, so first time I've used a keyboard in something like this, so I may be a little bit rusty for it. And there he is. We have Homesick Alien, who is in the pits at the moment. He's in the Hyundai as well, so he's also gone for the stronger car. And finally in our pro category is Racer Brown, who is in the Mazda. Not quite sure what he's got on the side of that there, but we'll go through the cars as they go through. So we have 5 pro drivers. I think there's 5 in each category, maybe 6, I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, that is the pros, and now let's get on to the pro amateurs. Now the pros are basically the guys that they're the aliens. They run away with everything all the time. They're the guys that you not normally see battling out at the front. That's why they're in there for. Oh, excuse me. I had a late dinner, so maybe a bit of wind popping up here and there. In the pro amateur category, these are the guys that get the odd podium here and there. They can often bring it to the aliens sometimes when they're in the right environment and when everything's working in their favour, but just don't quite have the speed of the super aliens that we normally get. And in the first case we have Koikarp, who I cannot see just yet, maybe running a little bit late, I don't know. We'll stick with half for the time being. So we have Koikarp in the pro amateur category, and that was not the good time to spin round as Harvey's gone into the pits, so we'll go there. And Koikarp is in the Hyundai. I said the Hyundai is probably the stronger car here. Also, we have Big Dan. Here he is now. Oh, we've got Koi in the chat just saying he's logging on. I will get to that in a minute. So Koi is going to be turning up very shortly, so please bear with him. So in the other pro amateurs, we have Big Dan. He's in the Mazda. So how is Big Dan going to take it off? He's probably one of the strong contenders in the pro amateur category, so we'll have to keep an eye on. To be fair, so is in fact, to be fair, they all are really, so there's no telling how that's going to turn out. Not going to put my money down on any of them because I don't know how that is going to turn out. In the pros as well is Jim. I've not seen Jim for quite a while, not intentionally, in all honesty. Oh, he's just gone into the pits, so we'll go back to Racer Brown, shall we? So, yes, we've got Jim. He's in the Lexus, and he has got it on pole. Spoiler: he has got it on pole for this event. So this is going to be interesting. We also have. Let's see if we can find him. I don't think he's here. I don't know. Nope, I can't see him just yet. But we do have Bazza. And Bazza is also in a Lexus, so that's going to be interesting to see how that one turns out, and I'm going to have to get a move on and get this done. And also joining us is Electric, also in the pro amateur, so I think he's starting at the back of the grid, so he didn't do qualifying, but we'll get through that later on. Now, in the amateur category, first off, we have Pat, who's in the pits at the moment, so we'll focus on someone else. Let's focus on that. Pat is in the Mazdas. We also have Harvey, or Scary Rambo, who's in a Lexus, another Lexus as well. I think maybe the Lexus could be a surprise here. We don't quite know yet. We'll we'll definitely have to see how that one turns out. We then have Silver Star in the amateur category as well. He's looking quite strong. He's the only amateur driver with the Hyundai, so that may give him an advantage in this race, but we will have to wait and see how that comes about. And also as well, we have Jokus in a Bilstein, I don't know how you pronounce that, I'm terrible at it. We also have Jokus. I've not seen him for quite a while. Other people may have, but then again, I'm a vampire and I never see anybody. And he is in a Lexus as well. As well, we have our final amateur driver, Madalinsky, who's in the pits at the moment, or he's just sat there, and he's in a Lexus as well. So we've got a really, really tight grid up and down. This is going to be very, very interesting to watch. I don't know how I'm going to keep track of it all. But you could say this me losing the baby wings to this sort of thing. So it's not going to be the polished performance that we normally see. So, more importantly, let us look at the grid and how they qualify, because obviously I wasn't here, so we don't know. And I do have it somewhere, courtesy of VMR. There it is, that's what I'm looking for. So, in pole for the pros is Boosted. What a strong start for our newbie on the block. He's in a Hyundai that looks like a Mercedes F1 style livery, looking very sharp and nice. He's a bit squidgy here and there, but I'm sure he'll probably get used to that. So he's on pole. He got a time of a 2-minute 1.313. Very quick time indeed. So, showing us all how it could be all done. In second, I still haven't seen him turn up yet, so it's going to be interesting to see. There's still no sign of him. But in second, we do have Matt Psycho, who pulled a 2:01.583, so just 0.2 of a second off of Boosted's time, which is on pole. So there's not much between those two, so that's going to be really one to keep our eye on. And in third we have Homesick Alien, who's half a second behind, so he's got a little bit of catching up to do, but we know what Homesick is like, the master strategist. He's always 7 steps ahead of everybody, so that is going to be a cracker to watch. In fourth we have Racer Brown. Racer Brown in fourth in the Mazda, saying the Mazda isn't particularly strong, but we know what Racer Brown's like. He can come up with a cunning strategy. As cunning as a fox that's just graduated from Cunning at Cunning University. So never count him out. And then he is last technically for the pros, but he's starting at the back of the grid, which is Super Manny. So as you can see there, he's just in the pits at the moment, just maybe taking a bit of a time out. So he will be at the back of the grid because he didn't do a qualifying time, so he has to start all the way at the back, and he has all the work to do. So that will be one we need to watch as he climbs up through the field. Then we have our first pro amateur. So he's 5th overall, but he's pole in his class, which goes to Jim 66. He gets it on his pole with a 2.02.812, so 0.2s for the pro amateurs, looking very good there. Second in class, or 6th overall, will be Coy. So it's tight between them. He's half a second, just over half a second slower than Jim in pole, but poles mean nothing in a race, so that's going to be one to look forward to. Then third in class is Big Dan. There he is in the Mazda. He's third in class at the moment. Then 4th or 8th overall is Bazza, who has just joined us, so we'll catch up to him sooner or later. So Bazza starting 4th for the pro amateurs. Also, there is Electric for the pro amateurs as well, but he starts at the back of the grid because he didn't turn up for qualifying, so he'll be wanting to get through to the through the back of the field, through the amateurs, to really start bringing it to the pro amateurs. And speaking of the amateurs, we will move on to them, in which 9th overall, but pole for the amateurs is Silver Star. So he's got, I think that's his first pole in class as well, so it is technically a pole for him, so that'll be his first pole. That'll be one for his little stats. In second we have, which I can't see, so we'll focus on his fellow countryman, is Jocus. So he's second overall in class. In third in class, should I say, third in clash. Oh, this is a good, third in class, there we go, I finally got it going, is Pat, who's currently sitting in the pits at the moment, so we'll stick with Madalinsky. And fourth in class is this man, Madalinsky, Lexus, maybe hoping to maybe capitalise on any of the carnage that might happen early doors, we never know. And then fifth in class, but he will be starting at the back of the grid, is Harvey, because as he didn't do qualifying either. So that is your grid for today. And I still have a bit more info if we get through it. There we go, because we do love our stat guy. He does put a lot of work into this, so we will go through it. So I'll just do this in order because it'll be a lot easy. So for Bazza, he's in the Pro-Am, he's in the Hyundai, it's his 6th VRC entry. Oh, there he is, he's here now. There is the Baz in a sharp looking livery there. Oh, it's a Leopard, very good. So Bazza, this is his 6th endurance entry, should I say. His previous best in a 2.5 is 3rd overall in Spa on 2023. He never did the Bathurst 2021. And I think we're getting prepared now, so it looks like I may not be able to do it after all. I'll quickly go through it then. 2024, his average finish is 5.3. For Electric, this is his first VRC race event, so we're looking forward to that. And he's currently on a average finish position of 6.63. Big Dan. We've got to do all of that now, haven't I? And that, and then that. There we go. So he's just probably getting it all ready for him. And there is, I've just seen Matt Psycho go out, so that's a good start. We'll look away from that. So back to Big Dan. This is his 5th endurance race entry. His previous best result is Big Dan isn't. Oh, Coy is here now. There is the Coy, and we'll focus on Coy for a little bit as well. Oh, excuse me. So Big Dan, his previous best result for a 2.5 is 2nd in class, and that was at the Nürburgring, which I believe was our previous 2.5. And his current average position is 5.09. Get boosted as well. This is his first VRC endurance event, so not really much going on. In fact, this is his first race with us for VRC, so there's not really much we can say about him, but hopefully he'll enjoy his first race and come back for more. So in the pros, we have Homesick Alien. This is his 12th VRC race entry. I think he's entered all of them, but he is the host, so that's probably a bit of a no-brainer there. He's won many 2.5, with his previous being the Nürburgring 2023, I believe. He did participate in the Bathurst 2021, in which he finished 4th in the Group 3s, and his average finish at the moment is 3.29. Then Jim, this is his 11th VRC entry, so he's only ever missed the Interlagos 2.5, which was last year. And his best result so far is a 2nd overall, which was at Spa 2023, and his average position is 6.44. Jocus is also on 11th endurance race entries. He's only missed the Nürburgring, which I'm sure that was the last one. His previous best 2.5 was a 5th overall. In fact, he's done that twice now, so maybe this will be a day to break that for him. In Coy, this is his 6th race entry for the endurances, and his best so far, we are on Coy Carp, this is that man right here. His best result is a 5th overall and 4th in class twice, which was at Le Mans 2020, Suzuka 2022 and Spa 2023. So maybe Coy will want to break that cycle today. Madalinsky in the amateurs. This is only his 2nd endurance event entry, so he must like them because he's back for more punishment. And his best result so far is 7th overall, and that was at the Nürburgring. Then Matt Psycho. Is he out at the moment? I sure see him. Yeah, there he is, this man, Matt Psycho. This is his 12th VRC entry. I'm sure he's entered all of them so far. No, he's just gone in. Alright, I'll get to someone else. I'll focus on Bazza for a little bit. So I think Matt's entered all 12 so far, in which he's won 3 of these events. So Matt is really one to focus on today. Is he going to be a very, very big threat for Boosted? I wonder. Then we have Pat in the amateurs. This is his 8th endurance race with us, in which he's finished 6th overall twice now. So maybe today will be another one for another breaker for him today, I wonder. Then we have Racer Brown in the pros. This is his 11th endurance race entry, which he's only missed the Nürburgring, which was the last event we did, and he's an overall winner 3 times now. So maybe a big threat at the front. Perhaps today may not be the day, but we'll have to wait and see. Scary Rambo in the amateurs. Is Harvey out? Yes, he is. There he is. This is only his 2nd endurance race, in which the previous one was the Nürburgring, in which he managed to finish 6th. I think that was 6th in class maybe, so I'm not 100% sure. Then we have Silverstar in the amateurs. This is his 3rd endurance race, in which his previous best result was 8th overall from the Nürburgring last time round. And then we have, bring it up, we have Supermanny, who is in the pros. This is 3rd endurance race entry, in which his best result so far is a 3rd overall. And I'm not sure why, but our statman put me in there as the broadcaster and commentator, but we don't care about me. That's not what we're here to see. We're here to see these guys. You're only here to hear me. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be very strainful upon the ears, so I will try my best, ladies and gents, but be prepared for a lot of amateuristic stuff. And speaking of, we'll quickly nip to the chat before we get going. We have Skyjacker saying, "Hi ho sir, greetings good sir, I hope thee bids well." We have Pat saying, testing, receiving loud and clear. That's good, because I'm slightly semi-paranoid about that one, so thank you good sir. We have Bazza, you're going to do great on the comms, mate. Wish me luck. Is that for me or for you, mate? In fact, why don't we just wish both of us luck? Maybe that would be good. Koi Cap saying he's logging on now, which we've got Homesick Alien. Evening, bud. Good luck. Yes, to you as well. I think all of us are going to need it. And Homesick as well saying, good luck everybody. Have a good one. Yes, let's all have a very good cracking race. This is going to be an absolute belter, no doubt about. Then we have Madalinsky. I like that voice already. Okay, I'll take your word for it, my friend. It will disappear shortly, I can guarantee you. Not by choice either. We also have Madalinsky as well saying good evening. Yes, good evening, sir. We've got Jim saying evening Binks. Evening, sir. I hope we are doing well. Hello, sir. I see you driving about there in your Infiniti. Was that a flash at me? I wonder. I don't know. Yes, well, good evening, sir, and good luck to you, Jim. We've got Matt Psycho as well saying hi all, and Matt saying Joshua says hello and good luck. Hello, Joshua. And good luck to everybody, yes, I'm sure. And Madalinsky also saying, alright, time to lick some walls. tasty. Num num num. And then we have Racer Brown saying, good evening all, and the Binks, good luck everyone. Going to be a tough one. Oh yes, this is going to be an absolute tough one. I'm not going to lie, I don't envy any of you. As I said before, well, I've said to several people that I like Barthurst, don't get me wrong. I like Barthurst, it's a good track. I do like it, but it doesn't like me. I guess it also depends on what kind of car I'm in. For example, with these, I gave them a bit of a blast earlier on, and yeah, I was, we'll just say not good. We will say that. It's probably about as accurate as I can get away with. So I'll tell you what we'll do. What we will do is we'll find somebody who's closest to the finish line. And we have Racer Brown saying, like it in short bursts. I'm presuming the track and not my voice, which, if it was the voice, I would kind of understand it, but, yeah, maybe. And it looks like I don't see anybody I think Big Dan is the closest to the line, so providing Homesick gives us some time, what we will do, we will show people around. So, as we come down to the last corner, deep in, there's a bump on the inside there, you really want to catch it, so we scream down to the first corner, in which I don't know the name of it, so you'll have to forgive me. Hard on the brakes, and then steering to the left, and another little bump, you can catch it around the outside, that's perfectly fine. Then scream it all down this little half straight, giving it the absolute beans. I think fuel saving is going to be key in this one. As you can see, he's going purple, so you must know we're on lots. And there we go, coming up to the first right-hand corner. Gets a little bit wider coming through, and you just have to be gentle with the power too much, and you're going to see which way you came from. Then there's another corner, and then it's just a real tight left-hand corner. Goes uphill, the back end really does want to stick out. It's not very happy there. Then there's a slight ding to the right, and then a big shift to the right. Then moves over to the left, and the little dink again. Moves over to the left, and Homesick is asking if we are ready. So we're not going to see the rest of this track, and we'll have to maybe leave it at that. Maybe you can get us through. I think this is the boot. I could be wrong. It might not be the boot. I'm not 100% sure, but as you can see, it gets really tight here. You really got to grind down the gears, and then we go through. Then we come down through the mountain, and this is one section that people are not looking forward to because of this corner. It is very tight. And then it's a big, long straight with a tiny little dink to the left-hand side until it goes all the way down to the corner, and Homesick is probably waiting for us. So we will get out of. No, that's what we're looking for. That's better. Quickly in the chat, we have Mama Sykes. Hello, Mama Sykes. Welcome. Hi all. Let's have some great racing. I like the commentator. Okay. I personally think I am the wish.com of thingamajig, so you're just going to have to bear with me on that one. And then Racer Brown saying, yeah, the track. Okay, so it is the track and not me. Who knew? Who knew? So everybody's... Oh, yeah, that's a good... Oh, I think he knows anyway. He starts without me, so we will skip to the front as... Here we go. Get your feet up. I hope you've made the brew, and I hope you've got some snacks on the standby, because this is going to be absolutely cracking. Like I said, we got Boosted on pole, then we've got Matt Psycho, then Homesick Alien, Racer Brown in fourth, Jim on pole for the amateur, pro amateurs, I would say, but we're not going to get through the grid much longer as Boosted comes up the line. Bathurst 2.5, engage, and we go. So coming down to the first corner, it looks like, is everybody get through? Matt Psycho already looking up on the inside of Boosted, but can't quite get through. But Homesick Alien's already having a look on the back end of him. You can see the Hyundai's already making a little bit of a gap between themselves and Racer Brown. Jim coming quite close in the Lexus with Koikap in the Hyundai, I believe it is. It looks like it. Already having a look on the inside of Jim, is he going to be able to get through? As easy as you does it, lads, easy. And it looks like we've all gone away quite well. There we go. And Coy's still in. No, he's having a look on the inside. No, he's now on the outside now. So Jim having a look on the inside. And we've got Big Dan. I've lost third in class so far. We've got Bazza there as well. And Jokers has now taken the lead from Silver Star. So somewhere Silver Star has lost the lead of the amateurs to Jokers. But we'll have to wait and see of what the plan is. Then we've got Harvey as well, and then Pat, and then we've got the back runners of Electric, Super Manny, and oh no, poor Madalinsky, he's lost the back end, not the start he probably wanted, and now he's going to have to be playing catch up for the rest of the race. Poor, my heart goes out to you, my friend. That is not the start you need. But so far, Boosted absolutely running away with it from Matt Psycho, who's got a gap already. And that is the pace of Boosted already. He's absolutely flooring it. So is Matt Psycho going to be able to make some form of weakness in Boosted to help him get an advantage? But he can't delay himself along because Homesick Alien is also tight behind him with Racer Brown there as well. The pros now starting to run away a little bit from the Pro-Ams, but that is what is expected. But oh, I forgot, yeah, this isn't a replay. I've got live timing, so as we can see, Matt Psycho 1.7 seconds behind Boosted already, who's oh, that's going to be difficult. When you're used to replays, you don't have them. You're kind of relying on your own judgments, then how to see them and not actually using them for my own purpose. This feels a bit weird. Can you tell I've not been doing this for very long? Moving on. So, we've got Racer Brown still in fourth. As you can see, they're pulling out a bit of a gap to the Pro-Ams as Koikamp is now having a look on the inside of Jim, but he hasn't quite got the momentum coming through the corner. Still got Big Dan, still third in class, and we've got Jokers is up into the. He's gone ahead of Electric, which. Yeah, I'm sure Jokers was in the amateurs class. I'm sure it was. So, Jokers absolute disappearing from the amateurs. We've got Electric started from the back, so he's now moved up to ninth, same as Super Manny. And now Pat's gotten ahead of Silver Star. Oh, what's happened to Star? Oh no, Silver Star must have had a bit of a moment there in that corner. I don't know how to do replays. My apologies, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to see. And Bazza's dropped as well. So Bazza, they must have also made a mistake in that because he is in the Pro-Ams. So that's not going to be good for his. Now he's playing catch up. As we can see, this brutal track takes no prisoners, and he's already started to claim victims. He's already claimed Madalinsky, it's claimed Bazza, it's claimed Silver Star, and Pat's had it as well. So it claims another one already. So that moves Silver Star up into 12. Harvey taking 11, and he's had an incident coming down the mountain, I believe. Is Silver Star going to take advantage of it? I think he will, but I think it could be the amateurs were complaining about the yellow light, so it could be that. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll have to get back on that one. Meanwhile, in the lead, Super Manny has absolutely left everyone behind. Just set the fastest lap with a 2:02.95. Yes, I believe that is. 2.5 seconds behind is Matt Psycho, but is this the strategy coming in already? You see, Boosted has used a little bit more fuel. He has used a bit more tyres than Matt Psycho. So Matt Psycho playing the long game already, but this is the name of the game. I'm sure that Homesick Alien is, as well as is Racer Brown. As we look further back, we can now see Coy is in the lead of the Pro-Ams. So at some point, Jim must have had an accident because he's all the way down in 8th overall now. I won't be able to keep track of them all in class. And Jokers is up to 7th overall. I did get him in the right class, right? He is in the amateurs, right? Oh, that's not a good sign. I can't keep track of who's in what now at the moment. This isn't good. Yeah, Jokers is in the amateurs, and Jokers is absolutely flying. Oh, as I say that, the back end kicks out. Well, Jokers is now within the Pro-Am category, so Jokers absolutely flying it. Jim has obviously lost it at some point because he's all the way down in 8th, which means Koikamp is now, I don't know why I'm still using a controller, but Koikamp is now leading the Pro-Ams and Joker's leading the Ams. So, interesting stuff already. We'll have a quick look at the front. As you can see, Boosted is absolutely leaving them for dead. He's now 3 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho, who's now 1.4 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien, who's just over a second ahead of Racer Brown. So you can clearly see who perhaps the Hyundai does have a little bit of advantage over the Mazda, but that could be early doors. Koikarp, as we said, he's currently leading the Pro Amateurs at the moment, so it's all looking good and cozy for him. But we have to remember this is an endurance event and anything can happen, and it normally will happen. Second overall, second in class, should I say, for Big Dan, running quite well. Jim now getting a move on. He's gotten past Electric, so he's starting to get a move on. Maybe he'll be able to catch up Koikarp. I don't quite know, but we'll have to wait and see. As we can see as well, Electric has gotten himself up to 8th overall, in which actually isn't Electric in the... No, Electric's in the Pro-Ams. So he's managed to make up quite a few bit of ground there, so that'll be good for him. And then we've got Supermanny in 9th. He's still got all the work to do. The pros are leaving him behind, but this is the name of the game. I think he's got a lot of work to do to catch up that pack. And then leading the amateurs is Jokers, who is 19 seconds ahead of Pat. But question is Jokus just going caution to the wind and going for it? As we can see, he's got a little bit less fuel on than Pat, so Pat may be thinking of the long game at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. We've got Harvey in 12th. He's used a little bit more fuel, but a little bit less than Jokus. Then we've got Madelinsky. He's just on 3/4 of a tank, so he's used a little bit more. And then we have Silverstar, who's over 3/4, and he's managed to catch up that pack again, so he's not out of it just yet. He's not out of it just yet, but it's like I said, this is an endurance, and Key is the name of the game, and we have the Bazza, and is that everybody? I don't think anybody's dropped, have they? I don't think they have, no, because the game would tell me. I had to remember this isn't a replay, that this is live. The replays don't tell me whether somebody's quit or not, so I'm pretty sure that it would tell me if it did. So, meanwhile, Boosted absolutely running away with it at the moment. And in the chat, we have Mama Sight saying, "Go Matt!" Yes, he's doing not too bad at the moment. He's nearly 4.5 seconds behind Boosted, but you know what he's like. He's playing the strategy. He's playing the long game. I think Boosted is just basically foot to the floor. As you can see, Matt Psycho's just under 3/4 of a tank, and Boosted is, well, he's probably closer to halfway, half of a tank than Matt. So Boosted just absolutely going for it, whereas Matt is playing the long game as well. We have Bendit, new thingy voice, mate. Yeah, it's the wish.com of Thingamajig. I was ordered cheap. When I mean cheap, I mean I was bought for nothing. I was not worth much in the market. In fact, I think the new owners had to pay them in order to get them away from me. So I'm negative £20. That's probably how much I'm worth. Mama Sykes as well saying you are doing great. Well, thank you very much. Always good to see. And Bendit again saying, good evening, sir. How is the warm beverage? We do not have warm beverage. We have the liquid refreshments. That's what it is. It is a liquid refreshments, and because we're not paid by advertisement, I won't tell you what it is. Before you ask, no, it is not what you think. It is not what you think. So, no advertisement here, it is just the liquid refreshment. Oh, Bendit again saying, good to hear, my friend. Oh, yes, very good, sir. Very good. How good is it that I get to be paid to do this? When normally I should be paying people to keep them away from me. All said and joy. So there we see Homesick going back to it. Homesick Alien just under 2.5 seconds now behind Matt Psycho. Racer Brown as well. He's managing to keep with them. The front pack are starting to separate themselves a little bit now. As you can see, they still have Matt Psycho in view. Boosted absolutely running away with it. But these guys are playing the long game. Mind you, Racer Brown has used just as much fuel. Well, maybe not as much as Boosted. He's nearly at half a tank. So he's just going gun-ho for it. Whereas the other guys... they're just coming up to a half now. So is Homesick Alien and Racer Brown. Okay, so Racer Brown is pretty much the same fuel level as the other guys ahead. Let's look further back, shall we? Because we've got Coy leading the Pro-Ams. He's got a big 7-second gap nearly to Jim. Maybe is this... Oh no, we're not going to say it, because every time I say it, things normally go wrong. I usually say it's the commentator curse, but I think it's just my curse, so yeah. We won't worry about that one. Then we have Jim as well, who's battling Super Manny, but we have to remember that Super Manny and Jim are in different classes, so maybe Jim not wanting... Maybe Super Manny just can't find a way through, or you have to wonder, maybe Jim would let him through because he's not in his category. Realistically, overall places do not matter, because he needs to get a move on, because Big Dan is not that far behind him. And should any calamity happen, he may be able to take advantage of that. Then Electric in 9th as well. He's in the Pro-Ams as well, and I think he's in a Harry Potter style thing. I don't know Harry Potter. Yep. Shame. I hear it. Shame. Shame, because I don't watch Harry Potter, but I just honestly can't be bothered with it. We have Jokers as well in the amateurs leading. He's still got a 19-second to Pat. He's just under half a tank of fuel. And, oh God. No, excuse me, I've had a lovely tea. Lovely little bit of food. Now that's all coming back to buy. Oh no, Pat! Oh no, Pat! Where's Harvey? Harvey's going to get through. Is he? Is Pat going? I think he's got going. And Pat must be shaking himself off a little bit there. As you can see, a bit of a flash there from Harvey. I'm not quite sure what all that's about. Or is it Pat? It might be Pat, actually. Don't blame me, I didn't say it. I caught it just at the last minute. Please don't blame me. So, what's these guys for the time being? Is Harvey going to take second overall? Jokers is the one running away with it. Oh, no, it's that one there. Jokers has used half a tank. Pat's just used about half a tank. Harvey is just coming up to half a tank. And Silver Star, he must have the most out of all of them. He's got ahead of Manolinsky, so he's making up for lost ground. That little incident he had in turn 3, and Madelinsky's got half a tank as well. Is Silver Star playing the long game here? Let's have a look. There's Bazza back here as well. He is with the Pro-Ams, so he might be able to get ahead of the AMs pretty soon, but we're not quite sure when. That's one thing they'll need to keep their eye on, because that is one person they don't want to be fighting. But in the meantime, let's have a look. That's the one I'm looking for. So Silver Star's just over half a tank, and Matt Psycho is on half a tank. So Silver Star might be playing the long game here. Very interesting indeed. Madelinsky as well. He's got less fuel than him, so Silver Star playing the long game at the moment, holding them all up, but he might be able to hold his ground, probably just regathering his nerves after that little bump, but he just needs to keep his head down and he shall be fine. Meanwhile, at the front, Boosted is now down to 5 seconds. No, it was up to 5 seconds. It was 4 seconds last time I looked, so Boosted nearly coming up to 6 seconds, but as you can see, he's absolutely melted those front right tyres. When you have a look at Matt, his is plenty fresh, he's got way more fuel, so I think, yep, I'm pretty sure Boosted is going gung-ho, whereas Matt Psycho, Homesick Alien and Racer Brown are all probably playing the long game. So, what's going to be the advantage point here, I wonder? Is it going to be overall speed, or is it going to be strategy? We will have to wait and see. It's a shame it's night time, because we can't see all the pretty colours. Coy still leading the Pro-Ams, looking very nice and sharp at the front there. He's been solid so far through these first 15 minutes already. Wow, has it been 15 minutes already? Crikey. Mental note, I am terrible for timekeeping. mainly. Mainly you're just on this. So, Koi just under half a tank. He's using the right more, which is normally expected. So, maybe Koi doing a little bit of gung-ho, but a little bit of strategy at the same time. It doesn't look like he's playing the long game. As we can see further back, Super Manny has gotten ahead of Jim. In fact, he's dropped Jim. He's now just over 3 seconds ahead of Jim, so he must have overtaken him at some point. But Super Manny is the one that's got to really put the hammer down to catch up the other pros. He's really at the disadvantage end here, but he didn't attend qualifying, and that is the price that he have to pay. Got Jim as well, running well, second in class with the Pro-Ams at the moment, looking very strong. He's just done his fastest lap of his best so far, of a 2:04.869, which is not bad going at all for that level. I mean, not much faster than what I could do when I was going gung-ho. I'm not gonna lie. In fact, I think Boost is probably just going straight qualifying laps. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And we have Electric, who's moved up into 8th. That makes him third in class, or I think it is third in class. It is third in class. So Electric has moved up to third in class with the Pro-Am, so he has gone ahead of Dan. Maybe a mistake from Dan. I'm not 100% sure, but Dan is keeping him honest, keeping him on his toes. A little small mistake from Electric, and Dan will pay for it. Maybe Dan's playing the long game as well. I think he's got a little bit more fuel than Electric, but yeah, he's got way more fuel than Electric. Electric down to a quarter of a tank, but he has had to get a move on because he was at the back of the grid behind the AM class, so he's really had to make that fuel tank work. And Dan playing the long game as he's down to half a tank. Then in the AMs we have Jokers leading the class at the moment, just coming up to a quarter of a tank. So I'm pretty sure he'll be coming in soon. I think Boosted might actually be the first to come in. He's just over a quarter of a tank, but his front right tyre completely destroyed. They're not going to last much longer. He might only get a few more laps out of it before he has to come in. So back to Jokers. Yep, I think they might be stopping pretty soon. So the first round of pit stops, who's going to be the first to bite the bullet? We've got Pat second in class, going quite well. I think he's got way more fuel than Jokers, so maybe Pat paying the long game as well. Harvey, he's just over a quarter. Maybe could be playing a little bit of the birth game, but not getting as much advantage, but he's not losing much speed. Silver Star as well, he's picked up damage. So another little bit of a mistake from Silver Star, but he's fourth in class at the moment, and I think he's got the most fuel out of all of them. So I think Silver Star definitely playing the long game there, and I've inadvertently, there we go, there's Bazza. He is in the Pro-Ams, but he's had another mistake on lap 7, as it would appear. He's 2:12. His fastest is a 2:04.9. So maybe Bazza just struggling a little bit. It is Bathurst, like I said, it's quite a difficult track. It doesn't like me in any sense. So we've seen a lot of guys right at the early doors just losing the back end a little bit. Maybe the adrenaline just kicking in a little bit too hard and getting a little bit too happy with the go faster pedal. Who knows? And then no, that's what we look for. And then Madelinsky bringing it up the back. He must have made maybe a small mistake on lap 7 that has dropped. Yeah, because he was near Silver Star, so must have made a small mistake. He's down to a quarter of a fuel as well. So Madelinsky going gung-ho, but so far it's not working out. Why means then? Why does it skip to Croy when I press Y? That's interesting. I'll have to work on that one later. So far at the moment, Boosted he's dropped. He's down to 5 seconds. It was higher than that. I'm sure it was near 7 seconds. So that front right tyre starting to give up the ghost. Is it starting to come back to bite him, I wonder? is absolutely flooring it. As you can see, a 204 on lap 8, and then a 203 and another 204. So that front right tyre really starting to punish for it. And as you can see, Matt Psycho is starting to close the gap. So this is where strategy is coming into effect. That gap, that's the word I'm looking for. You can tell my English isn't very good, which I'm pretty sure somebody that might be listening to and going, your English should be a lot better than that, son. Boosted's gap is starting to drop. That is that tyre. This is why these guys are as good as they are. Yes, Boosted definitely does have the pace, but it appears that it just doesn't quite have the race. Doesn't have quite the race. He's good, he's fast, but this is what makes these guys the absolute crop of the field. The fact that they're just playing the long game. We can see Homesick Alien just under a quarter of a tank. Boosted he'll be flashing pretty red soon. Matt Psycho just under a quarter. Homesick Alien just under a quarter. And Racer Brown on a quarter. But he is nearly 9 seconds behind Homesick. He's nearly 16 seconds behind the lead. And as we can see further back, we've got Super Manny is now in 5th. So he has overtaken Koikart. Maybe Koikart just let him through, knew that this isn't his fight, it's not what he's fighting for, and maybe just thought, well, let's let him go through, give him might give me a bit of a draft just to get away from the guys behind me, in which Jimmy is only nearly 6 seconds behind Koi. So Koi finding some really good pace out there at the moment, doing quite well. Jim, he's got a reasonable gap. Oh no, poor Jim, he must have caught the barrier on the outside, and Electric is going to go through. There goes Electric. Is Big Dan going to get through? I'm just going to have to kill at the moment because Boosted has pitted. As you can see, he's picked up a bit of damage as well on that front right tyre, completely given up now. So that might explain the damage that he might have. Probably clouted a barrier on the way through, and as we can see, that takes Matt Psycho into the lead. So Mama Homesick, Matt doing good so far, taking the lead, and we know that he'll stretch out this lead. But will Boosted be able to reduce that gap in the time that Matt Psycho and the others have to pit? That's the next question. In fact, where is Boosted going to come out? He's dropping down to 7th now. As we can see, he's dropping down into probably the mid of the Pro-Am. So there's Dan going through. Is Jim going to get through after that little bump that he had? As we can see, Boosted's got going. Out he comes. He's going to get ahead of Jim. That's going to be good for him, because he'll be wanting that. He doesn't want to be caught in too much traffic, so he'll be definitely pleased with that one. And in the background, I saw that in the background, there is Jokers, but his fuel is flashing, so he'll probably only get this lap around, and then he'll have to come in for more fuel. He's done well to look after those tyres. As we can see, Bazza is now pitting in, so that fuel tank definitely running low. As we can see, and I was just seeing, where is it? No, that is Pat, but Pat is 6 seconds ahead of Silverside. He's 23 seconds behind Joker, so not quite sure how long a pit stop is worth. We'll try and find. I'm sure he was 8th. There he is. So Boosted came in. He did a 204, then a 203, and then a 223. That was for his stop. So he was about 4 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho when he pitted. Maybe about 45 seconds a pit stop, would you say? If my maths is any good, in which it should be, considering my job title, we shall say. I should be good at maths. I make that out to be about 45 seconds. So is that going to be 45 seconds a pit stop, maybe? In which, in this case, we can't really know. It could be more. It could actually be 55, 56, nearly a minute. Could be. I'm guessing it's probably about nearly a minute a pit stop. So that's my guess. I could be wrong. but we'll have to wait and see. And as we can see as well, Super Manny and Koi, as pitting in, Super Manny has really drained that tank. Just 1% left. Not much left at all. Koi had quite a fair bit going into it as well. Electric is also pitting in. He's really down on fuel as well. He was nearly down to fumes. But is Joker's going to get by as well? I don't think he is. Oh, Joker's is pitting. There we go. He only had 1% left in that tank. Just 1%, and he managed to stretch it to 12 laps. Where's Pat in all of this? Is he going to make his way through? He's come up to the last corner before the start-finish straight. So Joker's is now in his box. Fresh set of boots going on. In goes the fuel. Is Pat going to get through? There we go. Pat goes through. Is Silver Star also going to get through? Yes, he will. Well, the question is, they had a 26-second gap in front, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that one as they come out. Meanwhile, Matt Psycho's fuel is starting to flash. I get a feeling that they're probably going to come in this lap. I don't think there's enough to get him around one more time. Is he pitting in? There we go. So Matt Psycho goes into the pits, as well as Homesick Alien. So first and second is coming in, and I'm having a guess that Racer Brown is also going to be pitting in this lap as well. He's about to lap somebody, actually. They must have lapped somebody. Might have been Madelinsky, I don't know. But there we go. Racer Brown goes into the pits. So where is Boosted in all of this? Is Boosted managed to take advantage of the Thrasher tyres? Wait and see. We'll stick with him for now. Matt Psycho, the fuel is going in. So is for Homesick Alien. Racer Brown hasn't got to his box yet. I think Boosted might actually beat Racer Brown out of the pits. Boosted just coming up. Is he being blocked? Is he being blocked by Big Dan? Yes, he is. It is for position, but Big Dan making him work for it. Really making him work for it. But there we go. Boosted goes across the line, and Matt Psycho's out. Is he beating him to it? Where's Boosted? Where's Boosted? There he is. Oh my word! Look at the gap, because that is Homesick Alien in fourth, and he was a good few seconds down the road from Boosted. So Matt Psycho really putting the ham and tongue down. He's filled right. I don't think he has filled right up. He may have filled it just a tiny bit short. Maybe thinks he might get another good 14 laps out of it. As we can see in the Pro-Ams, Jim is also pitting as well. I'm not quite sure how much fuel he had in. So Big Dan hasn't pitted yet either. Big Dan really pushing that tank. He's now leading the Pro-Ams, but he's also holding up the Pros. But this is the name of the game. If you want to race them, there's nothing to stop them from racing, but they're not in the same category. And Big Dan really making Boosted work for it. You want a piece of me, mate? You're going to have to work out the hard way. As we come down this way, and there's that Homesick Alien. Have a look on the inside. There might have been a coming together. Is Boosted spun? Oh, Boosted has spun. Oh my word, and Homesick Alien is holding up, so he might have thought it was his fault, and Racer Brown's coming through. Racer Brown is overtaking Homesick Alien. Boosted has managed to get going again, so Racer Brown only taking advantage of Homesick Alien, but he must have thought that it was then coming together. I still don't know where the replay is. You know, funnily enough, I've got my laptop in front of me with Google on GT7. I'm due to type out keyboard controls, but I've not got that far because the action has been absolutely cracker. Mama Sice in the chat saying, like it. I'm sure you do. There's your boy. There's your boy taking the lead. He's got a good 5, nearly 6 seconds to Big Dan. And he's not even in his class. And further back there, look at that. Boosted is second in the pros, and he's 15 seconds behind Matt Psycho. But Boosted did pit early. He's down to quarter of a tank already. So maybe flat out pace isn't the way to go. Maybe. Who knows? Believe it or not, I think if I'm guessing this correctly, they said that Boosted is on a controller, which would be incredible. Somebody being that quick on a controller is redonkulous. But credit to him. I don't think I'm that fast on a wheel, let alone a controller. So we have Racer Brown in 4th, taking advantage of the calamity between Boosted and Homesick Alien. He's dropped down to 6, and that could bring Super Manny into the fold as well. He's 13 seconds behind Homesick Alien, and he's really had to put the hammer down in order to catch up the pros, but it looks like he's starting to get there, but he's still 30 seconds behind the current leader, Matt Psycho, so he still has a bit of work to do. Second in the Pro, and yes, second because Big Dan is still to pit, but Coy has, and he's nearly down to a quarter of a tank already, so Big Dan really playing the long game on this one, but his fuel tank is flashing, so I imagine that he's going to pit in this lap. Let's see if we can work it. He's 33 seconds behind the current leader, in which he's 9 seconds behind Matt. So 9, that's nearly 10, so he's 25 seconds behind Big Dan. So when Big Dan does pit, I'm assuming that Coy will take the lead for take the lead back for the Pro-Ams. And then next we have Silver Star as well. His fuel tank is flashing. He's going really long into this race as well. So he's playing off the same strategy as... Oh, is it the barrier? Oh no, that's electric that's hit him. Oh no, that's not what he needs. As we can see, Big Dan is finally coming into the pits as we saw electric overtaking Silver Star, but he's not in his class, so that's all perfectly fine. And I think that Silver Star is going to pit anyway, and the damage is on light, so any damage they do take, it won't be permanent, so I assume that he'll get fixed right up before... Yeah, we go, he's all nice and refixed itself before he comes into the pits, but is that going to affect his race, I wonder? Because Jim is all the way back there, he's 90, oh, Jim's not even in his class, it's Jokers. And Jokers is still quite a bit far away, as we can see that Silver Star has pitted. Big Dan has pitted, we did see that, he's currently in 8th. Is Koikat? Yes, Koikat's got electric, and Jim. So Big Dan really, I don't think it's fully paid off for him, as there goes Jim. So that means, let's have a nosy. Koikat's first in class, the electric second, Jim is so he's down to 4th. So he is nearly 3rd, so he might have been able to, might come back here, but don't forget he's out of sync with everybody else. Well, look at Jim, he's just coming up to a quarter of a tank where Dan's filled all the way up. In fact, we can use him as an example for, as we can see, Baz has gone through. That's the wrong button. Baz has gone through as well. Silver Star still in the pit, fueling all the way up. Is Madalinsky going to get through? Yes, he does, unless he gets released before he hits the corner. There we go, but I think Madalinsky has gone ahead of Silver Star. So there we go, Silver Star fueled all the way up, and there's Harvey in the background as well, but he's way out of sync with Silver Star. In fact, he pitted, oh, it doesn't actually say, oh, maybe lap 12, I'm guessing that he pitted out, or maybe lap 13. So I think it might be 12, actually. So Silver Star is ahead of Silver Star is well ahead of Harvey and well out of sync, so I think Silver Star's got the gain on there, but has he got the gain on Madalinsky? We'll have to wait and see, but so far leading the way now, 12.7 seconds ahead of Boosted, is Matt Psycho, and now he's in the groove. This is the magic at work of Matt Psycho. You can't ruffle him. Like Homesick Alien, he's 5 steps ahead, he's always thinking of the strategy. He's probably long thought about this, probably working out where he could gain time, maybe where he can save fuel, and this is how the magic all comes together. Boosted as well, he's nearly down to half a tank. He does have the fastest lap though, 2:01.9. That's nearly his qualifying time, I think. So Boosted just putting in qualifying lap after qualifying lap, probably in a bid to help him catch up with Matt Psycho, but I think he may be pushing the car too hard. He's not playing the long game, so maybe this is Boosted Achilles heel. Perhaps he's He's lightning quick on race pace, but when it comes to the long game, maybe just not quite got it together just yet. I know that feeling. I wasn't strong in the endurance races myself once in a blue moon. Let me tell you the tale. Many moons ago, with a man who couldn't do endurance races. To cut it short, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So Homesick Alien, now in third, now in his comfort zone. He's got Racer Brown for company. The blue flags are coming out. I'm not quite sure who that is for. It's not those guys. It might be these guys. It is Pat. Is that Silver Star in for? Oh no, has he had another coming together maybe with the wall? I'm not 100% sure because Harvey wasn't ahead of him before. Maybe it's all starting to fall apart from Silver Star, I wonder. They are coming to approach by Homesick. And Racer Brown is only 10 seconds behind him. So I think we're now at the steady point where everybody's just all settling down and maybe just thinking of the next best possible move. Superman, not seen much of him in fifth. He's done well to get into the backpack of the pros. He is only 9 seconds behind Racer Brown, and he is pretty near enough in sync with the other guys as well, so still a long way to go though, and anything can happen. And meanwhile, Coy for the Pro-Ams, looking very comfortable at the moment. First in class, 6th overall. He's got 18 seconds on electric, so it looks like that Coy could go. Nope, don't say it because it will happen. Electric in 7th, 2nd overall for the Pro-Ams. He's done well to get up to this lane. Maybe had a bit of luck on his side with people coming together and losing the back end, having a few bumps here and there with barriers. It can happen. I've been there myself, know all about it. He's taking advantage of it. Jim as well in 8th, started on pole, just a few bangs here and there. I've seen him drop down to 3rd overall, but oh no, Jim's just the barrier and he's lost it. Is that Big Dan coming through as well? There he goes. Poor Jim. You hate to see it. Poor Jim. And it shows to show that Bathurst really does take no prisoners at all. It's catching everybody out now at the moment. And there's only a handful of people that haven't been caught out by it, not that I'm aware of anyway. My apologies for catching that at the wrong time, Jim. Please don't hate me. Got Jokers as well somewhere. No, there he is. And whoa, there we go. He's leading the AMs at the moment. He's 10th overall. Doing quite well. He's got 10 seconds on Bazza, but Bazza isn't in his group. Let's have a look. And he's 12 seconds ahead of Madalinsky. So Jokers has just got about a 23-second lead on the AMs at the moment. So Bazza having to do a lot of work if he wants to catch up his fellow classmen. But he's got quite the work to do. But 39 minutes in this race, we've still got a long way to go. Anything may happen. Madalinsky as well, he's 2nd in class, so it's a Polish 1-2 at the moment, looking good for the Poles. Sure, they'll be absolutely loving this at the moment, and why not? And Madalinsky's in, I think that's a Lexus, and where's Jokers? That's what we're looking for, and Jokers is in a Lexus as well, so Lexus proving strong for the AMs for the time being. Silver Star at 3rd in class, so he's gotten ahead of Harvey, so maybe he's just calming down a little bit, realising he's just making silly mistakes, maybe trying to push too hard, not quite sure. And there's Harvey in 14th, keeping him honest. One small tiny mistake from Silver Star and he'll make him pay for it, and poor old Pat down in 15th. He's about to be lapped by somebody as well. I'm not sure who that is ahead of him. I think it's Homesick Alien. It is Homesick Alien, so it might be Racer Brown, perhaps? I think it is yes, it is Racer Brown. So Looks like Alien's gotten a lap on Pat, and I'm assuming that Racer Brown will as well. Psycho must be coming up to lap somebody else, I don't know, but we're at the part of the race where everybody's all calming down now, so I think we should just do the same, don't you? Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Sun's unsettled. I wonder how long it's going to be until sunrise comes up. I'm sure the AM drivers will be wanting that from their yellow headlights. I mean, from what I've been told, it's very, very difficult to see. Let me just... there we go. Oh, laptop's just waking up. It's like, oh yeah, you are working, aren't you? No, that's not it. That's what I'm looking for. Let's have a look at these buttons. So, what we'll do, we shall cut to Jokus, who's in, nope, 10th, there he is, that's Jokus. So, let's have a look inside. This is what he sees. And he says that he can't see much out of this. I kind of see what they mean. It's very dark out there. You can't really tell what is where. So, oh, he hit the barrier there. So he needs to stay out of those barriers. Otherwise, he'll be flipping the car around. You see, Joker's really pushing that Lexus to the absolute limit. You can actually see how they're struggling by it. It is quite a bit dark and gloomy. You can't see much out there, so yeah, I guess it's an understandable thing. I don't think I would be pretty happy with that, so maybe it is something we may need to look at. So how's everybody's Friday been? Well, mine's been a bit different, we'll say. I mean, normally I'd be at work by now, slaving away on the grindstone. But no, I managed to get the day off, luckily as well, because I have quite a few holidays booked, quite a few, and I asked them for both Fridays because I wanted to do the qualifying as well. So I thought, well, it would be a nice little warm up to doing something like this, because normally I only do the replays for the VRC, and now doing it live, and I've got basically all the toys to play with. I thought I might be able to get used to the keyboard. So, well enough, when I asked them, they said, right, mate, we've got a bit of an issue because you've got all this off, you want that Friday off, and now you want that Friday off. Well, you can't have both. I said, well, can I at least have the second Friday, because that one's the more important one? I said, oh yeah, you can have that Friday off, but you just can't have the one before it. I was like, oh, right, so I'm basically going in knee deep then, so... I thought, right, I can't practice anywhere. Well, I could, but I don't have the time. So, I'm literally learning as you're watching. Imagine that. Imagine having to do this on the fly. No pressure whatsoever. I'm glad I don't smoke anymore, but God. Oh, that would be absolute murder. Right. Oh, no, don't press that button. Don't know what that was. Let's have a quick run down and see how we're going. So far, Matt Psycho still currently leading. He's down to half a tank. His tyres are still in good condition. He's nearly got a 14 second gap to Boosted, who's in second. He's under a quarter of a tank. He's used that front right tyre quite a lot. He does still have the fastest lap, but he's still trailing a bit to Matt Psycho. In third, we have Homesick Alien, also on a quarter of a tank. He's barely used those tyres. He's barely used those softs whatsoever. He's really used up the fuel tank though. Or maybe he just ran, maybe stopped lighter. I'm not 100% sure. Might have to question that one. In fourth we have Racer Brown. He's just 6 seconds behind the Homesick of Aliens. He's got way more fuel on than Homesick Aliens, so he's probably playing the longer run. His tyres are a bit more used, but he's probably using it to his advantage. Let's not forget he's carrying probably a bit more weight around. We've got Supermanny in fifth, doing quite well at the moment. He's just on a quarter of a tank. He's used up the tyres quite a bit, but I think that's not bad going. I think that's pretty even if you ask me. But then again, I'm no expert. Although others will probably tell you that is a complete and utter lie. Don't believe them. Believe me. You can believe me. Believe the voice of reason. The voice of innocence. I couldn't say that with a straight face. In sixth, we have Koika, who is currently first in the Pro-Ams, so he's looking quite strong at the moment. Is Koika got to pull the rabbit out of the bag and really bring this one home for Team Koi. He does have 44 seconds on Big Dan, who's moved on. He's gotten ahead of Electric at the moment, so the long game may be starting to prove dividend for Dan, but he just doesn't seem to have the pace of Koi at the moment. But he has got over half a tank of fuel, whereas Koi Carp is under 3/4, so it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. Electric third in class, 8th overall. He's probably coming up to flashing red sometime soon. He hasn't used the tyres a fair amount, which is fair enough. I think that's a pretty even balance if you ask me. Oof. Why is that down there, honestly? When you're trying to find a power cable, I've got cables around me for days, honestly. There we go. What's that? I think that might actually still be full, so I'll put that one in the phone instead, because that one's dying. Fourth in class for the Pro-Ams is Jim. He's doing fairly well. He's barely used them tyres, and there we go. I've just seen Boosted coming into the pits, so he wasn't able to catch Matt Psycho in that stint, despite the raw pace of this guy. He wasn't able to catch him up at all. And as we can see, Homesick Alien, Racer Brown going through. Is Supermanny going to get through as well? I think he is. So Supermanny goes up into fourth. And all that catching up is now starting to pay off for Supermanny, and yeah, I think the pace of Boosted is just too much. Even, mind you, I suppose they are getting through, but it shows that Koi is still on the lead lap, which is quite impressive, really. I'm not going to lie. Well done, Koi. Let's carry on moving down. So Jim still fourth in class for the Pro-Ams. It's not that far behind Electric, actually. No, there is Electric, not that far in front of it. So, is Jim going to get ahead of Electric, I wonder? And he's not last in class at the moment. No, he is fourth. It is Bazza who is last in class for the Pro-Ams at the moment. Bathurst really not playing nice to our resident Belgian bullet. But maybe what could have been, but never mind, my friend. You're getting a playmate soon. I'm sure. Oh no, you're getting lapped. That's me being an idiot. Nothing new there then. Jokus, meanwhile, currently leading the AMs, doing really well at the current lead. He's got a really cracking pace, although there we go. His fuel is starting to flash, in which he pitted lap 19, I think. that must have been his second stop, because... Oh, he couldn't have been. No, that's not right. That is not right at all. So, Jokers will probably be pitting in this lap. Second is Silver Star, who... Well, he's 20 seconds behind Bazza, who is 10 seconds behind Joker. So there's... I don't know why I just didn't cut to that in the first place. So there's a 31-second gap between Jokers and Silver Star, who's about to be lapped. I can't quite tell by who. That kind of looks like it's a Mazda. Maybe the lights will be able to give it away, or is it just going to be blown? No, I think it might actually be Racer. It is Racer Brown. So Racer Brownlee just lapping Silver Star, but maybe Silver Star could use Racer Brown as a bit of a tow to help him catch up Jokers. But he's got over half a tank, really stretching it long into this race. So I have a feeling he might be pulling a blinder here. We'll have to wait and see. Right till the end. Pat as well, third in class at the moment, so he's managed to catch up quite well. Maybe a bit of mistakes here and there from his fellow competitors around him, but he's starting to just put his head down, maybe just calming down as well. And hopefully, then we've got Madalinsky, fourth in class. He's got an indicator on for some reason. Not quite sure what that's about. He flicks that one on by accident, my friend. But who knows? We'll have to find out. And then we have Harvey in 15th, who looks like, yeah, he recently pitted on the previous lap, so he's now got fresh boots, fresh set tanks, getting long into this race. Not quite sure who that is. It is going to pass it. And there we go, Matt Psycho now coming in for his second stop. He's 14 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien, who's probably going to be pitting this stop as well. And there we go, in he goes. I'm guessing Racer Brown, is he going to do another lap? I think he's got enough fuel. Yes, he is. So Racer Brown feels like he can get another lap out of that tank. Is that Super Manny behind? No, Super Manny going to get... Oh no, Super Manny's definitely not. He's definitely pitting now. There we go. So Super Manny comes into the pits. Matt Psycho just getting some fuel on. Homesick Alien, new boots on for him. In goes the fuel. Super Manny not at his box just yet. So at the moment, Racer Brown, current leader, but you just know he's going to be pitting in the next lap because that fuel is not going to see him do another lap after this one. Interesting to see if he gets out. And there I think Matt Psycho has left the pits. There we go. I saw it. It said 90% of fuel, so he's not topping it up all the way. So that's probably where he's finding the time at the moment. As you can see, Homesick Alien is now going to get ahead of Boosted. I think he has. There we go. There we go. Homesick Alien now jumping Boosted. First time round it was Matt Psycho, and now it's Homesick Alien. But the question is Racer Brown going to be able to do it as well? Boosted is not Boosted. Superman is just finished fueling up. I think Koikart must have pitted as well. I think he has, because Big Dan is now in front of him. We get some laps. There we go. Yeah, Big Dan is now in front of him, but he is out of sync with Koikart. We know Big Dan's going long, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one turns out, because Koi's just pitted. He's got full tank, fresh tyres. Big Dan's got used. Is he going to end up fighting? I think he might do. There's no reason why he shouldn't, really. I mean, they are fighting for position, even though they are out of sync. I'm guessing Big Dan's going to make Koi work for it. I'm having a good assumption that he is, but they want to be careful though. You don't want to do too much fighting, because just a simple mistake and everything will go plummeting. Racer Brown now pitting as well. He must have only just come in, so I'm going to have a good stab in the darkness and say that Matt Psycho is going to retake the lead. Yes, easily. He's nearly at the final corner. Racer Brown hasn't even got to his pit. Well, there they have. The tyres have gone on. So we know that Max Psycho's easily going to make his way through. There he goes. Is Homesick Alien going to make his way through? I think he will do. The fuel is going in. It's going rather slowly though. And who's that behind it? Is that Boosted behind it? I think it is Boosted. Yes, it is Boosted behind it. So I think Boosted is going to get ahead of Racer Brown. So Racer Brown not able to jump Boosted at the moment, but so far at the moment, Homesick Alien really having to scrap Homesick Alien. It's the newbie versus the alien. Mind you, they're both aliens really, although Homesick Alien has alien in his neck. Oh, there we go. Boosted has moved up into second, taking up on the inside. Lovely, as you like, clean as a whistle, but let's not forget that it may not be advantage Boosted because he'll have to pit way before Homesick Alien does. You can see he's down to half a tank. There's Jim, third for the Pro-Ams, going into the pits. He's low on fuel as well. And I'm not quite sure how far behind he has his other fellow competitors. Let's have a look further down. That's Silver Star in ninth. So Jokus must have pitted because I don't see him anywhere. Oh, there he is. He's in 13th. What's happened to Jokus? Is this his outlap? I don't think this is his outlap. A 230 and a 240. It might be his outlap, actually. Yeah, he couldn't have, because he's used fair more fuel. Has Jokus made a mistake that's cost him, I wonder? I don't know, but he has got fairly fresh. He's got fairly fresh tyres and a big tank of fuel, so I'm not 100% sure. So far, where's Silver Star? He's up into 8th, but everybody else in front of him will still have to pit, and I'm not quite sure who that is behind him. It might be and it's not Blue Fat. I think it might be Electric. Yes, it is. So Electric tight behind Silver Star at the moment, and we can see that no, that must have been him pitting on lap 24 and 25. So not quite sure what Silver Star will do here. I don't know if he's going to let Electric through. He's not really fighting him, so probably doesn't want to risk it, or might be holding him up for Jim, I wonder. Oh, the tension there would be unbelievable. So we've got Bazza in 12th, still struggling with Bathurst. It's understandable. This track really does take no mercy from people. I wonder what happened to Joe, because I didn't think he was that far behind. Surely not. I don't know. Questions for later. And there we are. Madalinsky in 14th. He's probably struggling with Bathurst as well, as you can see. I think he pitted lap 22. Must have made a small mistake on lap 25 with a 2:15. Then we got Harvey in 15th as well. Credit to him, really. I mean, like I said, it's not an easy track, is Bathurst. Actually, do you know what? When the sun comes out again, what we'll do is we'll jump in front of somebody. I will get a track map on, and you'll see just how much of a tricky dicky this track really is. As I said before, Bathurst, like it. I do like the track. The track just doesn't like me. I think it might have a vendetta against me or something. To be fair, a lot of things have a vendetta against me. Oh, so we're coming up to an hour into this race. The sun is down. The sun's going down to merge into the darkness. I'm not quite sure who's that pitting that's there. Should we see if we can find him? Might be Superman-y. No, it's not Superman-y. Not sure who it was. I knew it was a black car. Oh, it was Pat. It was Pat that's going in. Oh, look at that fuel, 0. Pat really, really stretching that fuel tank to the absolute limit. So I imagine that he's probably going to get dropped by Jokus. There we go. Jokus does go through. Madalinsky's still a fair bit behind. So there we go. Jokus goes through. So I'm pleased with that one. He's getting blue flags. I'm not quite sure who from, though. I'll have to dig through them all. But meanwhile, Homesick Alien so far commanding this lead over Boosted with a 13.3 second gap. Ooh, careful through there, mate. Back end a bit wiggly there. don't want to be making too many mistakes, but there we go. Still doing quite well, still going fairly solid. I don't think he's managed to get... Oh, he has got in the 202s. We'll see him at 21. He did a 202.9, so he can get into the 202s. He's nowhere near the 201s, which is currently the fastest lap set by Booster. Booster just going hell of a lever at the moment, but so far he has gone ahead of Homesick Alien. Is that down to strategy, I wonder? Or did Homesick Alien just let him through, knowing that he's not racing him, and that he'll easily catch him up back into the pit? So Boosted now 5 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. He's still got a fine 13 seconds though, but you know what can happen, or what could happen even. Homesick Alien in third. He's got a 10-second gap as well to Racer Brown, going quite solid. He's done a 202.6, so far all the pros able to find it in the 202s, which I'm not going to lie, I struggle. I couldn't even get it out of the 203s. That's how much Bathurst hates me. Racer Brown, he's in the 203.3. If it makes you feel any better, RB, I know you said the Mazda wasn't very good, but I did a race practice in the Hyundai, and I couldn't even get it. I think my best was a 203.5. So you may say that the Mazda isn't very good, but it's probably a lot better than what it would be if this flabby bit was running it. So kudos to you, my friend. And in fifth we have Super Manny. I don't think he's that far, but no, he's not. He's only 6 seconds behind Racer Brown. So Super Manny really going on an absolute fly, and he's not that far behind the rest of his pro class mates. Koikap so far at the moment still leading the Pro-Ams, doing really well. He's got a nearly a 6 second lead. There we go, 6 second lead to Big Dan. But let us not forget that Big Dan hasn't pitted yet, whereas Koi has. Koi's nearly down to just over half a tank, whereas Big Dan is nearly coming up to flashing. But at this rate, it looked like that Big Dan is saving himself a pit stop. I bet you that's what he is aiming for. He's aiming for it to do shorter stops than the people ahead of him, as well as Silverstar. I bet that's what he's wanting as well. But he's playing the long game. There you go. He's letting Jim through. He's now letting He's currently first for the Pro-Ams. He's let Jim through, but he's going to let Electric through, I wonder. There we go. The fuel is flashing. So Silverstar playing the long game, currently 9th overall, doing quite strong. I bet they're going to pit then. I think that's what Silverstar and Big Dan are trying to do. They're trying to save themselves a pit stop from everybody else on their class. Oh, there we go. He's gone out wide, but he's able to control it. Electric holding up. Oh, what's going on here, I wonder? Oh, no comment. We won't go there. There's Jim in 8th. He's 3rd for the Pro-Ams at the moment. So it's going quite strong at the moment. And we have Electric in 10th. A little, not quite sure what went on there with Silverstar. I don't know if there was a bit of lag. I'm not quite sure, but we'll pretend that we didn't see it. Currently running in 10th, and he's 4th, I think, for the Pro-Ams. We have Bazza in 11th. I think he's managed to... I'm not quite sure how far behind it is. There we go. It's 22 seconds, so there's still a fair gap between himself and Bazza. Bazza's really having to play the long game since the bad start that he had, but he's been putting in some solid lap times, just keeping his head down, staying out of trouble, keeping out the barriers, which we're quite pleased of, actually. I've just noticed that the sun's come up on it, and no wonder I can see colours. Oh, good Lord. I am... Mr. Oblivious, I think is the word he's coming for. Oh, look, I can see colour. I bet that's no reason whatsoever. Oh, dear Lord. I don't want to be refunded, please. It's So Joker's in 12th. He's been having a very solid race. He's about to be lapped by Supermanny. See, this is the advantage of being able to recognise the liveries. I know who's where now. But is he going to be able to get ahead of Silverstar? I think he will do, because I think if he's going to go in, he'll be going in this lap, although he's not ahead at the moment, but still doing okay. There we go, Silverstar has pitted, and Joker's coming down the big long straight, so I think Joker's is going to retake the lead there. That's the wrong button. There's Pat in 13th. I think that's third in class at the moment, so he's not doing too badly at the moment. I'm sure he'd be pretty pleased with this result. Madalinsky in 14th, doing 4th. Mistakes here and there. Mind you, they all have. They're all guilty of it at the moment, but maybe not the front runners, but still going well. And that's what we're looking for. There's Harvey as well, probably just using this as a bit of a practice run. He's 10 seconds behind Madalinsky, so he's not that far behind, but he'll have a bit of work to do in order to catch up. So far at the moment, Matt Psycho running away with it. Oh, I've only just realised there are people talking to me. Hello there. We have Pat saying, at least I got in the pits first time that time. Okay. I'm assuming you had some sort of off the first time you tried to go into the pits. That sounds like a bit like a guilty conscience, if you ask me, does it not? And then we have Mama Sykes saying, time flies when you are enjoying the racing. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Who doesn't love watching a bit of racing? If it weren't for the fact that the noisemaker inside of me was faulty and is starting to give up already, I could quite happily do this all day. Maybe just watch it, but maybe not talk about it. But oh, there's a yellow flag. What's the yellow flag for? Who's had an off? Oh, I think they've got going again. Who's that ahead of Mad Psycho? I can't quite tell who it is. We've seen that Big Dan's come into the pit, so that's Coy and Jim getting in front of Big Dan, but don't forget he's going long into this race. But is Electric going to be able to get through? There we go, he's passing the start straight now. Is Big Dan going to get out in front of him? They're going to share the same track. No, there we go. Electric does get ahead of Big Dan, but he's only got half a tank left, so it would look like that Electric may be just a slight disadvantage here from Big Dan. We'll have to see how that one comes out, and that's still a fair way behind him. Let's have a look at the amateurs at the moment. As we can see, Jokers is only 20 seconds ahead of Silverstar, so Silverstar is somehow finding pace, or it might be a mistake from Jokers. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it is. Maybe lap 30 perhaps, or 24 or 26 maybe, so maybe a small mistake here and there. I'm not 100% sure which way around it could be, but Silverstar has managed to find 10 seconds, and Jokers is down to half a tank, and he's only 20 seconds ahead. So let's see if we can work this out. We're not an hour and a half into this race at the moment. Jokers has done two stops, as is Silverstar. He's just finished his second stop, which was lap 30. We'll have to have a look on that one later on, when I can do maths more accurately in my head and not having some figure trying to tell me it in my little brain cell. You can see Matt Psycho absolutely in control of this race, and I'm pretty sure this is going to make a very happy Mama Sykes. And speaking of mamas, I've just seen it. It's the Mama Homesick evening bingo. This all looks very exciting. Good luck, Homesick Alien. Yes, Mama Homesick. It has been an absolute cracker at the moment. Let's have a look. Shall we have a look at your boy there? He's doing well in third. Now, don't be discouraged by the third at the moment, because as we can see, Boosted is not that far ahead of Homesick. He's only 6.6 ahead, but look at the fuel on the tyres. He's going to be flashing any minute soon, And your boy is going to go through, and he's got a good few laps left in that tank and tyres, so he's probably going to put the hammer down and probably jump boosted by the time it comes to his stops. This is how exciting it's getting. This is the absolute cracker we've got. If I'm on it, I think the pros is pretty much sorted, barring any silly mistakes that may come from Matt Psycho, in which Mama Psycho, I do apologise. Let's hope he doesn't make a mistake. Well, I can't pick sides. I can't pick sides. But barring any mistakes, it looks like Matt Psycho is going to probably win this one. Maybe it will go that way. Boosted absolutely has the pace, but he just can't make the car last long enough to keep up with the aliens. So he does blistering few laps, comes in to have a stop, and then he all drops down, but then he makes it all back up again, but then drops it all again. Then you've got your boy in third and doing quite well at the moment. He's just got a bit of a gap between himself and Racer Brown, currently 14 seconds behind. Even if I'm honest, I think at the moment Super Manny is the one that deserves the applause, because this guy started last. He was way behind the other pros in his class, and now he's less than a second behind Racer Brown. And considering the start that he had, in which we had a few bangs, we had a few calamities here and there, and we see Boosted has gone into the pits, so yep, there we go, there's Homesick Alien going through. Considering all the calamities we had, with a bit of a bashing here and there, in which he was caught up in it, he has done incredibly well to catch up to Racer Brown. And let's not forget, Racer Brown is fuel saving a little bit, which I don't think Super Manny is. So that's going to be quite interesting. Then for the Pro-Ams, we've got Koi Carp, currently first in class, 6th overall, doing quite well, keeping it all in the same direction. Hold on a second. Pardon moi, folks. Something doesn't seem... Yeah, Super Manny is in the pros, but I've just noticed he's got... his number board colour is... the number board number is the same colour as the Pro-Ams. If we have a look at Matt Cycle, we can see his colour is white, which is supposed to be the same with Homesick Alien, but Super Manny has done his the same colours as the Pro-Ams, but he's not in the Pro-Amateur class. So we look at Koi, his is slightly green. That's how we can tell. So maybe a little mistake there from Super Manny, not quite understanding, but let's make this clear that Super Manny, to me anyway, is registered as a pro driver. He's currently got the board looking like it's a Pro-Am, so I don't know whether he is a Pro-Am, or if he is, I don't think that would be accurate, so I think he is deserving of the pros, but there we go. So at the moment, going back to where I was, Koi Carp first, 4th Pro-Ams, 2nd in class for the Pro-Ams, Jim, 10 seconds ahead of Electric, who's, he's just coming off the grass, maybe having a bit of a moment, or maybe thought that the grass needs a bit of mowing just there, thought they'd do the circuit owners a little bit of a favour, cutting the grass a little bit. There you go, I've done that bit, sir, free of charge. This is my, I will call that my community service for no reason whatsoever. I just enjoy cutting a bit of grass. I wish I could do that at home for real, as much as I would give it away. It's like, yes, I don't mind cutting this grass. Ignore the fact that I just went too wide. And yet I can't be bothered to cut my own grass half the time. It's a jungle out there. So, moving away from my life treacheries, we have Big Dan in the Pro-Ams. 4th in class, I believe, but this is where the excitement is at the moment. In fact, in both classes, really, because even though Coy is leading for the Pro-Ams. He's got quite a considerable gap between himself and Big Dan. As you can see, Koi Carp is starting to run low on the Go Faster juice, but Big Dan has got well over half a tank more of fuel than Koi Carp. So Big Dan going long into the stints, and I think he's going to be able to cut out a pit stop from them. But the question is Koi going to be fast enough to keep the gap ahead of Big Dan? Now, as we can see, we're coming up to an hour 15, so when we're just into the second half of this race. Koi Carp is going to need to pit very, very soon, in which if things play out as it is, he's going to be very low on fuel come the near end of the race, but he'll have to pit more because Big Dan is a quarter of a tank. This is where the puzzle lies. Then we've got Bazza, who's currently 5th in the Pro-Ams. A bit of a bad start. Ooh, careful lad. But he's kept it consistent, he's kept it solid, he's kept it going in the right direction, as far as I'm aware. And he's now starting to catch up the back of his class. And we have Jokers as well. He's currently leading the amateurs, should I say, for the amateur class, currently leading. As you can see, he's low on fuel, in which he's 19 seconds ahead of Silver Star, but Silver Star has a lot more fuel. So it's the same story in the amateurs as it is the pro amateurs, because this is the situation they have. Although I think Big Dan, let's have a look, is a very large... Oh, there we go. Koi has pitted. He's a long way away from Big Dan. As you can see, I think about half a circuit, I believe it is. But Jokers is only 19 seconds ahead of Silver Star. He may be cutting out of a pit stop. That is the drama. In fact, the amateur drama is a lot better than the Pro-Ams. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on that one, that is for sure. Pat as well, he's 3 seconds behind Silver Star. There we go. I see Matt Syker has pitted. The leader has come in for a pit stop, and I think Boosted has as well. Yep, there we go. He pitted a long time ago. He's got 3/4 of a tank left, and Matt Psycho is pitting now. Is Homesick... Oh, there we go. So Homesick Alien and Matt Psycho all pitting at the same time. Supermanny's got ahead of Racer Brown by some distance as well. In fuel saving, really taking it to his stream. I wonder if he's trying to save himself a pit stop. He's trying to lap Jokers, but so far Joker's not letting me through. There we go. Matt Psycho, fuel's starting to go in as well. New boots going on for Homesick. Superman is coming in at the same time. Is Boosted going to get through? Ooh, he's just coming up to the pit entry now, so he's not going to jump. Homesick Alien, yes, there we go. Racer Brown is pitting as well. So all top four runners going in at the same time. Matt Psycho has come out of the pit, but the question is Homesick Alien going to get boosted? There he goes, he's going through, but is he going to get ahead of Boosted? But no, Homesick Alien's just been released, so there we go. Boosted, using his pure unrelenting pace, has gotten ahead of Homesick Alien, but again, he's out of sync. He's actually managed to catch up Matt Psycho a little bit, because it was 16 seconds, it's now down to 14, so he's managed to gain a second. The question is he going to be able to keep up that form of pace? I do wonder. Homesick Alien coming out of the pits into third, but he's only 2 seconds behind Boosted. I imagine that gap is going to increase over the small duration. Superman is coming out as well. He's just 8 seconds ahead of Racer Brown, but Racer Brown did pit at the same time but Racer Brown had to pit. Well, no, he was in the pit box a lot less than the others because he still had quite a bit of fuel left. So he's lost 8 seconds to Supermanny, but I think it was longer than that before the pit stop started. got Coy in 6th doing quite well. Then there's Jim. He's moved up into 2nd. Now, I don't think he was that far ahead, so Lex is doing not too badly here. Not doing too badly at all. There's Electric going in, and there's Big Dan going through as well. Wow. Electric had 1% of fuel. He's got a bit of damage as well, so he must have had a small clouting with a barrier going out somewhere. So let's be a bit gutted with that one. And then there's Bazza. Oh, Bazza's coming in as well, but he's managed to save a little bit more fuel than Electric, but he was a little bit later coming in. As we can see, Electric fuel now going in. I wonder if it's magic juice that they're putting there, since he's sponsored by Harry Potter. I'm wondering if it's what's mana? That's it. I wonder if they're filling it up with mana, because that's technically like, isn't that geek word for like magic power, mana? So maybe it's mana power going in there and not his fuel of choice. Let's see, Silver Star now going ahead, and is he? Yes, it must have, because Jokers has pitted. Where is the Jokers? There he is. So Jokers is now pitted. And now this is the main story that's happened back here. Silver Star and Jokers swapping the place around. As we can see, he's got half a tank. So far, now if I'm guessing this correctly, I could be wrong here. I could be wrong. This isn't a professional observation. Oh, there's a yellow flag. What is the yellow flag for? Who is that? I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I'll never catch it. Oh, I think that might be Harvey, actually. It is Harvey. I recognised it at the last minute. So Harvey having a little bit of a moment there. That's not going to be good for his overall perspective of this race. But I think Silver Star might have another 8 minutes worth of fuel left in that tank, so that's going to be one to watch. But so far, 12, nearly 13 seconds ahead of Boosted is Matt Psycho. Oh, there is oh, are you kidding me? Bear with me, folks. Right, my apologies for that one. No, I just had a really weird notification on my phone from the bank. I'm not quite sure what that one is about. So there we go. Now Jim coming into the pits, but we'll have a quick breakdown so we can see how things are going. So far, Matt Psycho leading by 11.7. That gap coming down by Boosted in second, but let's not forget he's out of sync with everybody else. He'll be pitting first. So I think Matt Psycho has this one in the bag, barring any mistakes. Homesick Alien 5.9 seconds behind Boosted, going quite well. Oh, that's what I was going to do as well. There was somebody in there. I think it was it the Mama of Sykes? I believe it was. Let's have a look. Yes, it was. Mama Sykes saying, do like this circuit. Yes, I do like it as well, but it doesn't like me, as I've said. Really, really does not like me.
In fourth, we have Super Manny, 19 seconds behind Homesick Alien. But he's done all the work starting from the back of the grid so far, so he's done well to catch up. Racer Brown dropping down to fifth. He's nearly 9 seconds behind Super Manny. So, well, we know that we know that Racer Brown was on the fuel save, but I don't think he might be anymore with the early pit stop in the last round. So that will be interesting to see. Currently leading the Pro-Ams is Koikart with a cushy 38.7 seconds ahead of Big Dan, currently in second. But I think Big Dan, oh, that's interesting, he's only got a quarter of a tank on mind you, Koi might have pitted earlier, so that's probably why Big Dan might be in half. I don't know. I think there might be a mistake there. I'm not quite sure. I've lost track of things because I am good at this. Jim currently overall 8th. I think he's 3rd overall in class, so he's doing quite well for 3rd at the moment. I'm sure he'll be pleased with this result at the moment. Currently leading the amateurs at the moment is Silver Star, but is he going to be able to keep that gap between himself and Jokers? We'll have to have a look at the gap at the moment. He's just got under a half a tank, so might be doing quite well at the moment. We'll have to double check. Electric in the Pro-Ams, he must have made a small mistake somewhere, or he's pitted. I think it might be because he's pitted. He is now last in the Pro-Ams, and he's got Super Manny coming up close behind. No, he's not last in the Pro-Ams, unfortunately. Last in the Pro-Ams is Bazza, not having the best races. That start that he had a bit of coming together with other drivers looking for the same bit of retail on the circuit that just wasn't there, and it all, oh no, Harvey's left. Oh, technical, maybe the car decided to give up. I'm not 100% sure, but Harvey has, oh, poor Harvey. You have to feel for him. He was down in last, he was struggling, and now maybe the car has given up the ghost. Not what he needs. Joker's in 12th. He is currently, he's got a bit of damage as well. He's carrying front end damage, so he's had quite the whack with a barrier somewhere. That's not going to help him out in his fight with Silver Star at the moment. We'll have a look and see what time he did, see how much time he's lost. I think it might be, well, he's recovered it now, so it was a fair while ago. It looks like he hasn't lost that much time. 205, it's not 208, so he's lost a couple of seconds, so he must have just scraped a barrier somewhere here or there. But it's not going to be helping him out with his battle with Silver Star at the moment. Pat now in 13th. He is 3rd overall for the amateurs. I'm sure he'll be pleased with this result if things keep going the way they do. He's just recently pitted, actually, so that was just his outlap. So at the moment he's just 19.6 seconds behind Jokers, probably hoping that the Polish pilot makes another little mistake and Pat might be able to capitalise. Madalinsky as well, last for the amateurs. Probably not what he wants. He's just been lapped by Matt Psycho at the moment. We'll have to see what. So Matt Psycho's about to start lap 43 and Madalinsky on 41. So it's currently 2 laps behind Matt Psycho at the moment, but so far it's all been in control for this man. Matt Psycho doing incredibly well. Let Boosted run away with it from the start. Let the strategy came into play, and he's going for fastest lap. No, you're not going to go do a fastest lap when you're fuel saving, sir. Cheeky. Don't be cheeky. That's what I'm going to. Let's go through the next set. He can't be going for a faster lap, surely. His fastest lap was a 2:02.9, I think it was. He hasn't broken it since, although he might have changed it from what I can see. Let's wait for the next sector and see if it goes purple. If it is, I'm going to... well, let's wait and see, because I think the next sector's coming up, and... ooh, you cheeky devil! Is he going for the fastest lap? We'll have to come back to that shortly. Boosted, he's going for you. Imagine, he's going for the fastest lap as well. Look at that, he's 3/10. Purple, he is absolutely on it. He's managed to gain some time on Matt Psycho. He's now 9 seconds. As you can see, Matt Psycho's on the main straight, and Boosted is only just coming off it. That's how the gap is, 9 seconds. Is Boosted going to get another fastest lap? He does have it with a 2:01.9. He set that quite a while ago now. You can see he's a 10th ahead now. We'll see if Matt Psycho is able to beat it. Ooh, this is tense stuff. Or is Matt feeling the pressure? Does he know that Boosted is coming? Maybe that's why he's going for the purple. Surely it can't be a... No, there we go. 2:0. Yeah, so he's near enough equaled his best lap. What about Boosted though? Oh, I saw a bit of a squiggle coming out of that corner. No, he's down on... What, 2:02.0? He wasn't that far off, was he? So, Boosted absolutely going for it, pushing that Hyundai right to the absolute limit. You can see it's squealing. Coming out of the corners, the back end really wiggling at the moment. So far, there's no change from the current order. Koikart still leading the Pro Amateurs at the moment, and Jokas is now ahead. Where is he? There he is. Jokas is now ahead of Silverstar. Did Silverstar pit, I wonder? Where's Silverstar? Where is Silverstar? There he is in ninth. I can't read. There we go. So Silverstar in ninth. For a minute there, I thought the Hyundai had given up the ghost, just like it had for Harvey. But so far, all is well. All is calm in the universe now. So far, Matt Psycho leading the pros, Koikart leading the pro amateurs, and Silverstar leading the amateur. Oh no, Racer Brown! Racer Brown's just quit. Oh my word! What's happened to Racer Brown, I wonder? Has the Mazda decided to give up the ghost? Oh my word. Poor Racer Brown, all that effort he's put in, and the car goes kaplooey. Oh, Racer Brown is going to be absolutely gutted about that one. So Supermanny will now be focusing on Homesick Aliens. So now pros down to 4s, the amateur down to 4, and I think there's still 5. I think there's still 5 in the pro amateurs, but so far Koikart moving up into 5th. Big Dan's in the pro. There we go. Boosted is also pitting. Mama Sykes in the chat saying, foot down, Matt. Oh, this is it. This is hammer time. Hammer time for the Matt Psycho. We've got Harvey in the chat saying car gave up, wheel fell off. Oh dear, the wheel fell off. Isn't that the Batman song? Yeah, it's the Christmas song of Batman, isn't it? Batmobile lost its wheel and the Joker got away. Yeah, your car is not the Batmobile, sir. I think they had an issue with that. So, Boosted at the moment in 4th. Fuel still going in. Is Koikart going to get through? No, Koikart doesn't get through. Let's have a look at the... So, Koikart's a Pro-Am. Big Dan's a Pro-Am. So is Jim. No, that's 3. Electric, he's a Pro-Am. And Bazza, yeah, so at the moment, the pros down to 4, the Pro-Ams still at 5, and the amateurs down to 4, I believe, will go through, because, Silverstar's Am, Jokers, Pat, and Madalinsky. Yes, so, yeah, down to 4 apiece, with the Pro-Ams still at 5. Meanwhile, Matt Psycho still running away with it. Homesick Alien still in 2nd. He's got 19 seconds defined on Matt Psycho. Supermanny up into 3rd at the moment, but Boosted did pit recently, so I imagine that isn't going to be there for much longer. Boosted in 4th. I'm going to say he's net 3rd at the moment. still going quite strong. Still going to be a strong result for Boosted. Let's not forget that this is still his first race for VRC, and credit where it's due, this man is an absolute bullet and a half. He's seriously got the pace. He's really going to make all the other aliens push themselves, such as Matt Psycho, Sick Racer Brown. Who else is there? What other aliens do we have out there? Yeah, so Boosted is really going to push it to those boys. In future series, we've got a yellow flag. Who's it for? I can't see who it is. Let's have a run through. It is, it's Electric. Electric in ninth. Well, it's not going to be paying too much for it, so I'm sure it'll all be honky-dory for him at the moment, but it's still a mistake that he probably really doesn't need at this time. But Basil will be enjoying that. Oh, Basil having a bit of a squiggle coming out of that corner. Basil really having a struggle time with the Lexus, but all credit in fairness, he really struggled at the start. It's just not been his race for him ever since, and I did remember seeing that Silver Star for the amateurs. Currently fuel is flashing, and it looks like he's got quite a gap between himself and Jokers. Jokers is nearly down to a quarter of a tank, whereas Silver Star is literally, this will be his next lap, so he's managed to push that tank a lot further than what I predicted. So maybe Silver Star putting out a strategy out of the bag here. But will it pay out? An hour 37 minutes. We've been racing for an hour 37 minutes. They're on lap, well, Matt's starting the lead lap on lap 47 now of 73, so we've got another 25 laps to go. And how's it all going to pay out, I wonder? It's going to be very interesting indeed. Come to the end, Matt Psycho really pushing away from Homesick Alien at the moment, but where he's boosted in all of this, he's 18.3 seconds behind Super Manny, but Super Manny will be pitting soon with a quarter of a tank left. So far everything's doing well. Oh, there we go, Silver Star has pitting now. So now where the question is, where is Jokers? He's coming down the mountain as we speak, the big long straight we have there. I think Jokers is going to get ahead of Silver Star at this point, but it might not be for long, you know, because he'll be pitting himself soon. I don't know how thirsty that Lexus is really, so it'll be interesting to see. The fuel is now starting to go in for Silver Star. I think Jokers is going to get out ahead of him. There we go, but it's not going to be for long. But the question is, what is the gap going to be? If I'm honest, I think this is where the main race is, realistically, because if you look at Koi's in 5th, isn't he? So Koi is 42 seconds ahead of Big Dan. He's near enough a pit stop ahead of Big Dan, which he will be soon, because Koi Camp is on a quarter of a tank, and I'm assuming that Big Dan is also going to pit this lap. So Koi Camp has really got near enough a whole pit stop ahead of Big Dan. There's Jim. That's Madalinsky. Madalinsky putting a lap on Madalinsky. So if things stay as they are at the moment, which I think it might do, barring any mistakes that may happen, I think Koi may have pulled this one out of the bag. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say who I thought, but I didn't think it would be Koi. But credit's where it's due. You don't win races by being fast. It's just all about the consistency, and that's what he's done, really. He's done really well. It's back here. Let's have a look. So there we go. Jokers is 19, nearly 20 seconds ahead of Silver Star, but he'll have to pit very soon. But the question is, who's got the better syncrasy of the remaining laps? Is it going to be Jokers or is it going to be Silver Star? Because I don't know how many... Oh, there we go. He pitted on lap 37. That was no, he pitted on lap 36, so 37 would have been his out lap, so that's 10 laps. So 10 laps from 46. Whoever's got a better memory than I have, I'll have something somewhere. I'll tell you what, I'll use my phone. Right, so he pitted lap 46. That was 73. So if we leave that at that, we will see who will be in the better sync. Because I'm a bit curious about this. No bias to this, I promise. There we go. It's Matt Psycho just doing his fastest lap of a 202.6. Doing really well, and Homesick as well. 203.1. Really keeping the pressure mounted on each other, but it looks like it's going to go Matt Psycho's way today. I don't think there's any going to be arguing on that one. Right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to leave it on Koi for a little bit because I'm going to have to stretch because my back is becoming pig iron. This is what happens when I sit in the same place for too long. This is why I don't end the 2.5. So bear with me one moment. Oh God, I need sacking. I've only just been talking for the past few minutes. For Kane, I'm used to Mike. Oh my word. Oh. You think as the night goes further on, I'd be more awake. It seems the opposite. I don't appear to be the very good night owl at the moment. So, anyway, back to the more important stuff instead of my life dilemmas. We can see that Matt Psycho has pitted, so has Homesick Alien and Super Manny as well. Wow, he really left that late. He's really pushed the fuel tank to its limit. 0 left. Wowzers. Really, really pushed that one to the limit. And there we go. Matt Psycho has gotten out of the pit ahead of... Not that far ahead of Boosted either. Wow, that's how much Boosted really, really pushed on. So now putting the fastest lap for 2:01 point. Absolutely pushing that Hyundai to its limit. Really, pace on this guy is donkulous, I'm not going to lie. He is absolutely flying, and he's now managed to catch up Matt Psycho, but you have to say Matt Psycho is the one with the advantage because he's just pitted, he's got fresher tyres, he's got more fuel, but you just know that Boosted is probably going to fight him for it. That's probably what Homesick Alien will be hoping for, really. those two duke it out a little bit, help bring in Matt Psycho a little bit, and he's picked up damage as well. Tyre's not quite warmed up yet, having a little bit of a brush with the barrier, but please remember that that's not your job, Homesick. That is that man's job. He's the barrier inspector. Maybe we should call him Barrier Bazza. I don't know, he might not like that one actually, I don't know. But we'll stick with Bazza, that's how we know him. There we go, Silver Star. Oh, there we go. Oh no, that's why, because Jokers has pitted. Now the question is, how big is the gap going to be? I wonder. The fuel is still going in. Pat's gotten through. Is Madalinsky going to get through? Oh, Madalinsky's quite a bit away, so I don't think that is going to be an issue, but we'll be able to tell once Jokers has refueled. Out he goes. Comes, and let's have a look. So he's nearly 49 seconds behind Silver Star, but he did just pit, and I did do that thing, didn't I? Let's do the thing that I did the thing of. So the thing, he pitted on 46. Yeah, it was 46. And no, I did it wrong, didn't I? It was. I've written down the wrong thing. I wrote what lap he was on and not what lap he pitted on. So he managed 3 laps on a quarter of a tank. So if he pitted just now, I'm honestly not sure. So he's got another 21 laps to go. No. 16... 24. He's got 24 laps to go, but then again, he's not going to finish it all because he's not on the lead lap. He is. Oh, Boosted got ahead of Matt Psycho. Oh, I missed that because I'm too busy doing maths. But there we go. Boosted has taken the lead, but let's not forget he's still out of sync with Matt Psycho, so he's not going to be holding the lead for long, but he'll probably just be enjoying it whatsoever. Koikarp has now come into the pit, and where's Jim in all this? Jim is just coming up to the final corner, so I think Jim's going to take the lead of the Pro-Ams, but it's not going to be net first. I think that's going to go to Coy. Matt's in the pros, you muppet. So there we go. Jim goes through. Koikarp comes out. He's not going to be that far behind Jim, actually. There we go. We can see he's only just 5 seconds behind Jim, so Koikarp net first at the moment, and Big Dan's quite a far way away. He's still got... Koi's basically got a lead over him. Well, we can actually see he's over nearly 1 minute 37, so that's about half a lap, maybe, I guess. I'm going to say about half a lap. Well, that's still some distance, so I think Coy may have nabbed this one. We've got Bazza in 8th as well. He's coming into the pits now. Goes 7%, so he's done quite well, but I think he's going to fall behind into the Pro-Ams at the moment. Currently leading by Silver Star. There's Electric in the 11th as well. And Jokers is quite far behind as well, so it's all going to be down. Let's see if we can work this out. So, as we can see, Silver Star pitted on lap 45, now on 50. So he's managed to get, what would you say, about over a quarter of a tank. So, I can't work this out on the fly. God, I am terrible, but at the moment on the lead, Booster starting to run away with it now, but he's 3.5 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to work for him today, but he did say that, I'm sure he said that endurance races isn't his strong suit. It could be something to work on. God, could you imagine if this guy could figure out a good strategy to a race in an endurance race and really, really stick it to the aliens? But I'm not going to lie, I'm I'm pretty sure we are, if he does stick around, which I hope you do, really hope you do. It's always nice to have fast guys in our group, bringing it to the aliens, and get somebody to really make them fight hard for it. It would be great to see. And if he does stick around, I think he's got many championships with his name on it for future references. If he does stick around, it would be lovely to see and really bring it to the fast guys at the front. Matt Psycho net first at the moment. I reckon he's just lapped Jokus as well, so it's really could be working out for Matt at the moment. You'd say he's the one in control, but I think it's going to be probably in the last stint where everything will all come together, and we'll probably be able to work out who is going to finish where. Homesick Alien in third as well, doing quite well. Bit Scotch coming out the corner there, but it's all gravy in the Alien department. Superman, that's words I'm looking for. Superman in fourth, promoted up to fourth. He's worked hard for it, considering he started last. He's really had to work for it. We've lost Racer Brown in the Pro-Ams. Hopefully nothing too serious, I hope. Maybe equipment failure, I don't know. Or Superman a bit laggy here and there, but I'm sure it'll be all fine. And there we go, Jim now pitting as well, so that'll be Koikat promoted to first in class, and off he goes. I'm not sure whether Big Dan might have him, Big Dan's managed. Oh no, that's because it's Jim, but I don't. Is he going to get ahead of Jim, I wonder? Because this will be for second in the Pro-Ams. How's he getting on? Oh, no, that's the wrong one. That's what I'm looking for. So the boots have gone on. The fuel's going in. I don't think is he going to do it? It's going to be very close unless Jim decides to short fill it, which I don't think he is. Oh, Dan's coming up to the final corner. Oh, they're going to be neck and neck when he comes out of the corner, but is Jim actually going to beat him out to it? I think he is. Jim is going to steal it from Big Dan, and there we go. He goes up into second. Where's Big Dan? He's just coming around the first corner. Oh, word. Jim has been promoted up into second and is on his way. And he's 44 seconds behind Coy, so that's less than the pit stop, so pressure on Koikarp right at the end. And we have Mama Homesick in the chat saying, go Homesick. There's your boy, still going hard, still going fast, 17.5 seconds behind Matt Psycho and pushing hard. Silverstar currently still leading the amateurs. He's coming up to half a tank of fuel. He's really stretching that Hyundai's length to its limit, but is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough to hold off Jokus near the end? We've got Bazza in the Pro-Ams in 9th place. I think he's just settling into a groove now, just letting himself get on with it and not get bogged down by the shenanigans. And Electric in 10th, not that far behind Bazza as well, so we'll have a little battle at the back of the Pro-Ams here between Bazza and Electric. That Manajuice in his Mazda really working magic. And as we can see, Boosted has now come into the pits. There's no fuel left, so there goes Matt Psycho into the lead again, retaking the lead. And I think that's Homesick coming through as well. No, that's Homesick miles behind it, so Homesick Alien will be promoted to second. I think the question is about Super Manny. I think he may get it. I think he is going to get it, but Boosted is going to be on him like a rash when he comes out of the pits. I'm thinking it might actually be pretty close. There we go. Homesick has gone past the pits and is now retaken second. But is Super Manny going to beat Boosted out as well? The fuel's still going in the car. Oh, careful! There he goes. He's crossing the line now. It's saying he's in third, and I think he has beaten Boosted to it. Boosted has been released. Whoa! And there's Super Manny. They're nearly up on the track together. Boosted short filling it. Must have seen the threat coming from Super Manny, but we know he can burn fuel. So is this going to be? Oh, this is going to be a battle and a half between Super Manny and Boosted for third place. This will be the last step of the podium battle that we will definitely have to keep our eyes on. And Koikap as well, still running well in fifth. It's first overall, well, first in class. There's Jim, second in class, still doing well. Big Dan still in class, third in class. That's what I'm looking for. Brain style stopped working there for a minor second. And Silver Star as well. He's still got half a tank of fuel left, and we're on 54. Maybe I'll be able to work this out now. So he's just a lap down now. So he's probably going to do 72 laps on half a tank, and he pitted on lap 45. Now that I will remember. Pitting lap 45. Currently on 54. There we go. So, what did you say, about 50? No, 52. I'd say about seven laps a tank, I guess. And then, well, as calculated guess, I think that's 7 laps half a tank. I think he's doing 15, so he's got another 7 laps to go, so that will take him to 61. So he will still have to pit again, but it will be his final stop. His next stop will be his final stop, whereas Jokers is down to 12. What's happened to Jokers? Jokers is on half a tank, so he will have to stop as well. In fact, they've near enough got the same fuel tanks, bar a little bit. So Jokers will have to stop again. So Silver Star is currently net first for the Pro-Ams. Where's this come from? Well, I definitely have to keep our eye on that one. How's Bazza and Electric doing? They're still working together as well. Pat's still, that's the button I'm looking for. Pat's still running in 11th. He's second in class. That's Joker's right behind him as well. So this is for position on track. You see, Pat's got a little bit of damage, maybe coming out of the mountain. It is a track. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do actually. Matt is crossing the line, so let's do a full lap of this track. So as we come down to the first corner, it's a left-hander. There is a little dink on that inside. It then takes you onto the outside. Beautifully well controlled. I've only just... Matt Syker's got the traction control on. Huh, interesting. Very interesting. So anyway, there's this long straight coming down here. Oh, pardon me. Then it's a right-hander down into third, taking it nice and easy. He's not putting too much stress on the tyres, so he's making the tyres work longer. So that'll be a good thing. Then it's gone down into a little bit of a dinky left. Then it's a long, slow left. Then it's uphill. This is the trouble one because it really can throw out the back end if you're not careful. Then it dinks out right. Then it's another right-hander again. A little dink to the left. It then goes downhill. A little dink left. Another dink left going uphill. Back corner is an absolute git because it just wants to pull you into the barrier. And another little dinky left. And now this is what I think is the boot. It's really troublesome. You've got to brake and steer and balance the brake at the same time. Turn it left, bring it down to third, and it's a tight left-hander, then a little right hand, dinky little left, then a dinky little right, and then this is the mountain. This is an absolutely treacherous corner and a half. Matt Syker showing us how it's all done, and then it's a foot down all the way downhill, this long straight. Then he goes uphill again. Then he goes back downhill again. And then you can see there's a little right-hander coming up as he just swings it left. And then we come up to about the 100-metre mark on the brakes, down to third, into second, shifts up to third immediately, turn left, then turn right, then shifts it out onto the outside. There's the pit entrance on the left-hand side, just there. Hard on the brakes, into second, into the last corners, a dink on that inside, be careful, and there you go. That is a lap of Bathurst. And that's how much of a trouble circuit this is, but Matt Psycho showing us how it is beautifully well taken. He even did a 202.9, so it wasn't a slow lap either. Matt Psycho as well, still, Matt Psycho, he's in first. It's really Homesick Alien. I am terrible at this, I won't lie. Why do I think it's one person and it's somebody completely different? I mean, how many times have I looked at Homesick and said, there's Matt Psycho, because I am a clown? No. Homesick Alien is the correct way. He's about to put a lap on Jocus, I believe. Yes, that is Jocus. And yeah, speaking of that, it is Mama Sight saying, nice, Matt. Yes, it was beautifully well done. I can't do that. I can't do that sort of pace. Really couldn't. I'm not very good at it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not very good in the GT3s. Combining it with my inability to navigate Bathurst without going backwards, it's tricky. I'm not going to lie. It's very tricky for me. It might be because of the fact of I'm pushing the damn thing so hard that I always just end up in the barriers, and then I'm suddenly wondering, why am I looking at the direction I came in? I should be going the other way. Combine it with the GT3s, who me and the back end could easily go through what I would like to consider divorce issues. That's how bad it is. It's like an ex. That's what I say. It's like an ex relationship. You look at it and you think, ugh, why are you there? And that's what happens. It's a bad arrangement. So this sort of combination for me, the GT3s and Bathurst, it's yeah, it's, I can't say it's nuclear. I wouldn't say it's a nuclear combination, because that would be an understatement. I'll tell you what it could do. It's, imagine having your worst, how can I put this? It's like every nightmare that you've ever had cloned itself again, fucked the clones, and made this. This would be my absolute worst combination. So it really wouldn't work well. So credit where these guys are due, really is. Credit where it's due. I'd have probably just gone, no, I'm done, and left. So that's how terrible Bathurst is to me. I still like the track. It just doesn't like me. Whoa, as we can see, Boosted has managed to catch up with Super Manny. Me talking about my life issues, and I'm completely missing all the action. Ladies and gentlemen, refunds are available. There we go, Boosted moves up into third. But Super Manny will have to pit again, so that will be for net position. So there we go, Super Manny will have to pit again. Then again, I think the others will as well. Yep, Homesick Alien will have to pit soon, so will Matt Psycho. Let's have a look at Coy. Coy's got a little bit of damage, so probably not the best lap that he's been on, but he's still 44 seconds ahead of Jim, so he's still got quite a buffer between himself. Jim's still in 6th, he's 44 seconds behind Coy, so he's not doing too badly so far. Big Dan, third in class, still going quite well. Silver Star still going quite well. First in class for the amateurs. He's got some distance between himself. We'll have to have a look. Bazza is 9th in the Pro Electrics, managed to catch him up as well. So that's a battle we're going to have to keep our eye on for the time being. we've got Pat as well. He's 41 seconds behind Electric, and that is Joker's behind him in 4 seconds behind Pat, and he is third in class, and he's down to a quarter of a tank. What about... He's just under a quarter of a tank, so these two will be fueling at the same time. Must keep an eye on that one. Matt Psycho extending the gap to Homesick Alien to 22 seconds. This one's... He's nearly got all the fingers on the trophy, barring any mistakes at the moment, but I currently have my feet on my wood floor, and let's hope that it doesn't come to pass and it all goes smoothly. But credit where it's due, Homesick Alien still managing second. It's better than anything I could probably do in this situation. Boasted moving up into third. He's nearly 23 seconds behind Homesick Alien, and he's got a quarter. Well, he's got a quarter more fuel than the guys ahead of him. In fact, more than a quarter of a fuel, isn't it? So I think. Oh, that's Bazzer, isn't it? I believe it is the Baz. Yes, it is. Coming down the mountain, really don't want to be giving way there. I can completely understand that one. Giving it the fresh beans. Homesick Alien tucking in behind Bazzer's Tome, wanting a bit of a boost, and there we go as he takes up the inside, and he doesn't lose too much time to Matt Psycho, so all is well in Matt's... I did it again in Homesick Alien's world. And at one point I will start getting everybody's name to face correctly, or should I say name to livery? I can't really see their faces, really, can I? Koi Carp still going in 5th, and wow, we're 2 hours and 7 minutes into this, and I'm still going. And the noisemaker's still working. Oh my god, I've broken it. I've broken it, haven't I? No one doesn't last this long. After about an hour, it's usually going on strike. Maybe it was that nice chicken that I had. Give it a bit of lubrication. So Koi still running net first. Jim's still second in class, still going quite well. He's still got 43 seconds to Koi, though. That's not a pit stop, I believe. But he's got half a tank of fuel. What's Koi got? Koi's got a quarter, so he will have to pit again. So that will be his final stop. But it's Jim. Has Jim still got to pit, I wonder? Ooh. Hold on to your brews, ladies and gents. This one isn't done and dusted just yet, I wonder. I don't know. I think he will have to pit again. I think Jim will have to pit again. Unless he does some absolutely mammoth fuel saving and somehow put an oil tanker sized fuel tank in his car to make it last, which I don't think it will. He will have to pit again. Matt Psycho now into the pits, and I'm assuming Homesick Alien is going to follow him. Yes, we see that the fuel tank is flashing, and there we go. Yeah, Matt Psycho and Homesick Alien have pretty much matched each other pit for pit, and in we go. You know, he'll get out first, but where is Boosted in all of this? He's just about to come down the final straight now. Coming up to the final corner. And is Matt Psycho going to get out in time? I don't think he is, but is he going to fill up all the way, I wonder? Hold on. There he goes. Boosted goes into the lead. Matt Psycho's still in his box. So he's fueling all the way. No, he isn't. That's 90%. I think he did that all the time. But there we go. Matt Psycho comes out. 90% of fuel. That will be enough to see him to the end, because we only have 11 laps to go. Homesick Alien as well. I don't think Boosted will have to pit again. So, Boosted will have to pit, because that field is definitely not going to last. Homesick Alien just coming out of the pits now. That is going to be net second for him as well. He hasn't filled up all the way, neither. Supermanny in fourth. I don't think he's going to fill up all the way. He might do, actually, to be fair. Oh, Big Dan's pitted in as well. And, oh no, Silver Star, this isn't what he needs. There we go, the fuel is flashing, but where is Joker's in all of this? Oh, Joker's has fueled. But he's way behind Silver Star. That's the start of the corner, so, we're going to have to get back to that one. There we go, Supermanny. Oh, hello. In the chat we have Natalie. Go Supermanny. Holding South Africa flag high. Stellar performance. Yes, he's doing incredibly well. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to say it. This is going to be my man. Well, for the pros anyway, that's going to be my driver of the pros. Driver of the day pros. This Supermanny started last. No qualifying. He is absolutely blitzed this track. And he's managed to make his way up to fourth. I imagine it could be third, depending on how well Boosted goes, because he's going to be pitting very soon, but he's managed to make his way to fourth, still on the lead lap. And we had a little bit of a calamity at the start of the race. That probably set him back a little bit, but this guy has been on it. So, yes, stellar performance indeed. Oh, careful Supermanny, but I don't know if that's lag or not. He's going left, right and centre. Let's disappear from him, because I don't know what's going to happen. But yes, stellar performance from Supermanny. Very well put, Natalie. But so far, Boosted 6.8 seconds ahead of Matt Sykert. We'll have to cut to the amateurs as well, because that's where it was. Silver Star now out of the pits. He hasn't filled up all the way neither, so he's confident that he can get that fuel all the way to the end. And Jokers has only just started his next lap. So, and Silver Star is probably about, he's got a good chunk of track to go. So, ooh, tension there for the amateurs indeed. Boosted as well, still doing quite well. Matt Psycho still in 7th, but this is net first, because Boosted will have to pit at some point. That fuel is not going to get him all the way to the end. We've got 10 laps to go. I think they've been going through about 12 or 13 laps per fuel tank, so with 10 laps to go, that is not going to see him to the end. Oh, pardon what? Homesick Alien coming home, well, in net second at the moment. Another stellar performance for our residential Alien. Pretty sure the master strategist in the mothership has probably helped him towards this third place. A hard battled second place, really hard battle, considering the guys that we've had in front. We've had Boosted on pole, but not being able to put it together. Matt Psycho finding the pace and the strategy, and Homesick Alien going to work hard for a second. It's going to be a well-earned second, no doubt about it. With Racer Brown also dropping out because of issues yet to be confirmed. I mean, maybe a tyre fell off, maybe a cylinder went on strike, or maybe Homesick abducted him. I don't know. We'll have to work out the strategy behind that. Questions for later. Supermanny as well, stellar performance, as Natalie puts it, in 4th. It could be net 3rd, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see when Boosted comes in and see how all that pans out. But so far, the lead for the Pro-Ams is Jim. He's only 7 seconds ahead of Coy, but I'm not sure if he'll have to pit again. I think he does, you know. I tell you what, we can look at Coy, because when I find the button, there it is. Coy he's filled up all the way, so maybe he doesn't feel that he could get 10 laps to last that long, I don't know, but he's probably got his foot down to help catch him up, Jim, so Jim will probably have to pit again. So Jim may come down to 2nd or 3rd. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. Coy in net first at the moment for the Pro-Ams. He'll be absolutely love it if this result went his way. He's got Electric. I think he's going to get lapped by Electric, so we'll probably wait till after the mountain to let him go. Ooh, Electric having a look on the inside. It's a dangerous place to really overtake somebody there. Need patience to come through there. As Electric is just tucking into the toe at the moment. Ooh, there's Bazza into the pits. Is he won't need that much fuel, surely. You've got 10 laps left. Well, I don't know. What do I know? I'm the fat squidgy bit looking at and telling people how to do it. They're the guys actually doing it, so what do I know? And there we go. Boosted coming in from the lead. 1% of fuel left. My word. Mama Sykes in the chat. Give it some welly, Matt. There you go. Put your foot down. There you go. He's put his foot down and he's in the lead. There you go. He does listen to you, Mama Sykes. He does listen to you. He took your advice and there you go. He's got himself back into the lead now. So, well done, Holmes. Well done, Matt. Well done. Well done for listening to your... Should I say? Can we call it superiors? I do. Homesick Alien as well coming through in second, getting ahead of Boosted. That's Super Manny. We need to have a look at Super Manny. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be close. I have imagined that Boosted is probably going to... No, he's not filling up all the way. It's on 85 and out he comes and off he goes. And Super Manny hasn't even crossed the line. Oh, there he goes. So Super Manny down to 4 from Boosted, getting the last step of the podium, and there was a bit of something in my teeth there to get rid of that. So Boosted up into third. Is he gonna hold off for third? I wonder. Hopefully, barring any mistakes, it will be that. But Super Manny, regardless of whether he gets third or fourth, can he really hold his head up high with what he's had to do to keep himself on the lead lap and catch up his fellow pro drivers. Jim, he's going to be pitting very soon. That fuel tank's looking very low. He's only got 7 seconds on Coy, so it would look like that it will have to go in the way of the Coy of Carps, who will probably take the lead. In fact, he is going to probably take the lead. In fact, is Jim going in? I don't think he's gone in. No, he hasn't. So, he probably thinks he'll be able to get another lap out of that fuel tank. You can see Matt Psycho in the background, ready to put another lap on the Jim. Let's have a look. He's on lap 66, and Dan is on 65. So, he'll only be 2 laps down at this. So, that's quite impressive, really. Well, mind you, I think it's because of the fact that we normally run 2 different categories, don't we? I mean, this is the first time we've done 3 different classes with a pro-am, and amateur. And normally we run 2 classes of, like, 1 high class and 1 lower class. So we're used to seeing them like 16 or 17 laps down. So seeing them just 2 laps, it's like, wow, they've really been on it. But I've got to remember they're in the exact same car category, so really threw me on the deep end on this one, didn't they? So Coy's still holding off, still 7 seconds. He's got Electric behind him, but it's not showing any blue flags. Oh, because it'll be for Electric, that's why, because Electric is lower than Coy. Sorry. So we'll be getting the flu. Oh yeah, it's Jim. There we go. So Jim will have to pit in this lap. Big Dan in 7th, still holding 3rd at the moment. I don't think it's going to be 2nd. I think he will remain in 3rd, which I'm sure he'll be happy with that one. I think that'll be his next best result. I think. I'm sure he came 3rd at Interlagos. I don't know. I can't remember what he did at Nürburgring. I won't lie. so I can't remember. And there we go. Yes, Jim is now pitting, so that'll be him dropping to second now. Second in class. We've got Barthurst in fourth, I think. Yeah, fourth in class. Done quite well, actually, to be fair, to keep up with them. I mean, he is 45 seconds behind Big Dan, but he's done quite well from how far back he was to be 45 seconds. It's not all that bad at all. Silver Star up to 9th now, so maybe Electric had a little bit of a mistake in one of the previous laps, I don't know, but he's not that far behind him, to be fair. Yeah, it's only 18 seconds behind him, so Silver Star at the moment, still first in class for the amateurs. Electric, he's 5th for the Pro-Ams, so not been the good result. Oh, he's got a bit of damage there. He clouded the barrier of going through that tricky little left. No, it's right-hander. Or is it left? No, it's left-hand. So clouded the inside barrier just coming through that corner, but it is quite a tricky one. We've got Pat as well. Not seen him for a while in 11th. Doing quite well. Oh, careful, Pat. Don't lose that back end. He's second in class at the moment, so Pat will be loving this, but he'll have to keep his concentration up, because as soon as I say he hits the barrier, why do you always do this to me? Why do I try complimenting you and you ruin? I don't know why I say things half the time. There's Jokas. He's third in class at the moment, but he's only 4 seconds behind Pat, so this could be battle for second place at the moment. We will have to keep our eye on this one, because this one is going to be absolutely juicy. Madalinsky as well, we've not seen him quite well. He's probably had a bit of a quiet race as well. As you can see, he's a minute behind Jokas at the time being. He really struggled around Bathurst, which I completely understand and can easily sympathise of how of a git this track really is. I still like it, but it's still very, very troubling. And is that 5 laps? That is 5 laps, so we're down to the last 5 laps. Wow, where is that 2.5 hours nearly gone? Whew. Do you know what? I won't lie, I honestly thought I would be struggling at this point. I'd honestly think that the noise box would have just gone completely on strike, and actually no, to be fair, I think I know what's going to happen. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and sound like I'm an extra for the Misterons. So anybody that knows me personally, please don't ring me up, because I would literally have to get the old Morse code out and tell it to you in that. Because otherwise, I'm just going to probably sound like, I sound like this morning, because it doesn't work. Because I normally don't talk this long, so consistently for 2.5 hours. So, please forgive me. So, I put money on that. I put money on that. People that know me understand that I'm not a talkative person. So, no more of my worries of like, oh, was that Matt put? Oh no, he was just indicating to. Is that? Oh, is the sun going down again? We're going into the dark. So, the sun is setting. It didn't seem like it was up for that long, or is it just me losing track of everything because I'm too busy looking at everything else? So Matt Psycho putting in another lap on Madalinsky. Sick Alien is still in second, still going quite strong, still keeping Matt Psycho honest. He's maybe 23 seconds behind, but there's no telling what could happen. We don't want it to happen. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you were in either person's camp, you'd be wishing for the opposite of what is actually happening, or if in the other camp, you'd be hoping that this is exactly what you want. Not putting names, because I don't want to be the target of abuse, but it looks like it's going to be Matt Syker's day, with Homesick Alien coming home in second. Booster coming home in third. A great performance from this new guy. Look at that, 201.2. Get this man some ballast, for Christ's sake. That is ridiculous. What fuel are they putting in that thing? A 201.2. That is mad. What was the pole time? A 201.3. So he's faster than his pole lap. Get this man some ballast. Because this man is quicker than the Starship Enterprise. That is insane. Supermanny, still in fourth. Cracking performance, as I've said. Really, really done well. Maybe probably wishing a podium at the end of that would have absolutely amazing. It's just the way of the wonders, but he can still hold his head up high coming home in fourth, because it has been an absolute performance and a half. Got Koikab still going first in class. He's put a lap in on... That was electric, wasn't it? It is electric, I can just tell by the colours, so Koikab's still going well. Jim's still holding off well in second. Man, he's used them tyres. Did he change tyres when he went in? He couldn't have gone through a set that quickly, surely. Who knows? Big Dan still in third in class as well, seventh overall. He's put in his fastest lap recently, over 2:04.6, so he's really on it. Maybe trying to track down Jim in the latter stages of the race. Maybe he can reduce that gap a little bit and really, really have something to shine about. Coming home, I'll have to look up previous results, see how well that comes out. Bazza in 8th, probably not been his race, not been his shining day, but he's done well, he's kept his head down, he's carried on going. He's done well. Kept his head down. Don't crash it. He kept his head down. Maybe have a bit of damage now. Maybe just a little lapse of concentration. He's done well to get net fourth at the moment. Fourth in class. Doing incredibly well. Silver Star as well. Still first in class. It's gone absolutely his way. He's on lap 68. Matt Syker's on 17. He's not that far behind Silver Star, so Silver Star is going to be, is that 3 laps? I'm sure that'll be maybe 3 laps, no, 2 laps maybe. Oh, I can't quickly count at the moment. So he's still first in class at the moment, 9th overall, electric. He's currently 5th with the Pro-Ams. He's really struggled hard in this race, but to be fair, he did miss out on qualifying. He was last. I'm not sure how much practice he managed to get in, but he's done well to maintain 10th so far at the moment. Then we have Pat. He's second at the moment in class, but he hasn't got away with it just yet, because right behind him is Jokus. I think this is probably the battle on track at the moment between these two, and this is going to be for second place. So this is going to get very juicy as the dark is now coming again. The lights are coming on. This is where it will be difficult for the AM class, because those yellow lights are apparently an absolute, well, I'm just going to say an absolute bugger to work with, because they can't see anything. So it may be tricky from them from this point on, and Madalinsky really struggled recently. He's just going to the pits actually, so hello Madalinsky. Give us a good flash there. Hello good sir. Hope you're enjoying the race. I know you're a little bit off the pace at the moment, but hopefully you've enjoyed yourself. It's been an absolute blast here. But yeah, today's all been about this man. It's all come together. It's about to stop lap 72 as well, so only 2 laps to go. And what a race we have had. What an absolute treat. It has been, I think this has been great. I think this works really well because we're going to have at least 2 new faces in the Hall of Champions, and what can be better than that? I did say it was going to be a guaranteed 2. I said possibly 3. And we are going to get 2, not the 3rd. But let's be honest, let's not count him out, because I think we're going to see a lot more of him. Guy this quick? Yeah. This isn't going to be the last we see of him. Maybe get a bit of endurance training out of the way, maybe learn a few tricks here and there, and I'll tell you what, this man is going to be unstoppable. Is this guy going to be the new Haza for the VRC, maybe? We know how quick Haza was. We know he hasn't got the endurance strategy of Haza, but give it time, I'm sure he probably will. And I'll tell you what, we'll be seeing his name in the Hall of Champions in absolute no time whatsoever. How's Matt getting along? He's just coming down. Oh yeah, I know where he is. He's in there. I think it's the boot. Do you know, this whole race I've not had a map on the bloody laptop, and it was partially the reason of why I booted it up in the first place. My organisation skills. Yeah. I suppose you could say my organisation skills is like a fork. It's only good for one thing, but it's not good for picking up liquid. Never mind. So, but here we go then. Matt Psycho. What can you say? What can you say? Mama Sykes in the chat. Super. Yep. Super Matt. Without a doubt. Starts the final lap. Homesick Alien also about to start the final lap. Which, no, it's not going to happen just yet. Get boosted in 3rd. It's a great result for him. Absolutely great result. Superman as well. Another cracking result for him. Absolutely magical. Koikap as well. He's on his final lap as well. So, got to watch that one. There's Jim. He's about to start his final lap as well. Big Dan not quite there yet. Bazza on his final lap as well. I'm not going to be able to keep track of everybody, unfortunately, so you will have to bear with me. Silver Star is on the... Who's going to be the first to cross the line? Ooh, here's the challenge. It won't be Pat. It won't be Jokers. It's not going to be Madelinsky. So far, it could be Matt Psycho. I think it will be Matt. Yeah, it will be. And there we go. There's 2.5 hours, ladies and gents. And what an absolute banger. What an absolute cracker. What a worthy treat for a day off, eh? Oh, Electric having a bit of a bang there. On his way again. But it's been all him. After the first set of pit stops, just went his way, kept his foot down, kept to the strategy. Oh, he's slowing right down. What's this about? No, he's on the way again. He's on his way. And there we go. Mama Sykes, hold the head up high. Lift your fist and say, well done, Matt. He takes the pros win. Bazza comes home in 8th. Overall, I can't remember who. Then it is Homesick Alien. I don't know who I'm going to catch first. Oh, it's Koikap. Koikap comes home and takes the win for the Pro-Ams. Then it's Homesick Alien coming home in 3rd. Who's going to be next? It is going to be Boosted. I wonder what about the amateurs. And there we go. Silver Star also crosses the line in 9th. Electric crosses in 10th. I'm trying to catch everybody at the same time. Where's Super Money? He's not crossed either. Jim come home yet? No, it hasn't. I think it's going to go to... Yep, it's going to go to Super Money. Stellar performance. Regardless of what you can say, well done, Super Money. Comes home in 4th. Where is Jim? Jim's about to cross the line as well. 2nd in class. Cracking job, Jim. Next is Big Dan. What about everybody else? They have not... Oh, no, this Pat's going to cross the line. He's going to take 2nd in class. Is Big Dan come yet? I can't find him. No, there he is. There, he's not crossing yet. What about Jokers? I think Yep, Jokers is going to cross the line next. Madalinsky coming home in 13th. Where's Jokers? There he is, Jokers. 3rd in class. It looked all his way, but the strategy not quite working for him in the end. He'll be happy with 3rd, no doubt. And Big Dan coming home in 7th, which is 3rd in class. And breathe. Woo! What an absolute race. There you go. Matt Psycho taking the win. Beautiful stuff. So let's have a look at those results. So there we go. Ladies and gents, Matt Psycho takes your win for the pros. Homesick Alien coming home in 2nd. Boosted in his first ever race for 3rd. Cracking race, mate. He gets the fastest lap with a 2-minute 1.2. Super Manny, the stellar performance in 4th. Head up high, mate. Well done. Koi Carp for the pro amateurs takes his first major bit of silverware for the Koi's Carps trophy room, and he's going to be absolutely thrilled to bits. Jim coming home 2nd in class. Head up high, mate. You worked hard for it, and I'm sure he'll be happy with 2nd. Big Dan coming home in 3rd for the pro amateurs, and that will be your podium for the pro amateurs. Bazza coming home 4th, 8th overall, and he'll be pleased with that after the poor start he had. Silver Star coming home in 9th. He is 1st for the amateurs, and he's going to be on cloud 9. Electric coming home in 10th place. He is 4th for the pro amateurs. Pat coming home 2nd in class for the amateurs. Joker's coming home in 3rd class. Oh, skip there. 3rd in class, and Madalinsky coming home 4th for the amateurs. And sadly, we lost Racer Brown and Harvey. In the chat, we've had Mama Homesick saying, well done, Homesick, a brilliant result. Thank you so much, Binko, for the great commentary. Thank you very much. Makes a change as himself. Matt Sykes saying, well done, Binko. Thank you very much. Good sir. Mama Homesick saying, well done, Matt. Mama Sykes saying, well done, Matt. Brilliant, super commentary. Great racing, guys. Congratulations, Matt. Matt Sykes saying, Homesick, you kept pressure on all night. It certainly looks it. Pat in the chat saying, well done, Binks. Great job on the first live. Well, thank you very much, sir. We have Bazza, wheel disconnected in lap 2. So 4th in class was the best I could get out of it. Well, head up high there, sir. I think you've done well to recover from that sort of situation. Matt Sykes saying, thanks, Mama Homesick. Madalinsky, great race despite the result. Well, you really had to fight for it, mate. I wouldn't be disappointed with the 4th in class, so it could always have been worse. Koi in the chat saying, do you know how long I have waited for this? Koi, put your head up high, mate. Put your head up high. You have got some silverware, my friend. Well done. And Homesick Alien saying, congratulations, Matt, Koi, and Silver Star. Shall we see if we can nab some people? Let's see if we can have. So, Bazza has gone, Jokers has gone, and Madalinsky has gone as well. That's a shame. I did want to talk to Boosted, but let us see. Let's see. Oh, no, I can't spell. So, who wants... In fact, I'm not even just going to do it. Right, I don't know if this is going to work, so bear with me. There we go. I will do it that way. We'll see if this works. I don't know if this will work. I don't know whether he'll want to have a chat or not. Oh, Coy's left and Silverstar has left, so nobody really wanting to talk. Matt Psycho, I have sent you a request, mate. I don't know whether it's come through. Oh, I don't think it has. Bear with me. I think... Let's try that again. I have sent it, mate, so... we have Matt Sykes, Coy and Silverstar. Yes, I'm sure they will be pretty pleased with that as well. And Madeline's saying, thanks for the live stream, Binks. Gonna watch it now. Fantastic. And Matt's saying, doing it. I'll tell you what, mate. I'll tell you what. Let's just do it this way. Let's just do it this way. I wasn't sure if this would work this way, so obviously not. Right. Let's see if it will work. That's what I want. Oh, come on. Big Dan has left, unfortunately, so I guess we're not going to get many people talking, which I don't know why this isn't working. Oh, Matt's saying hang on. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, it's your pro winner of the evening, Matt Psycho. Are you working? Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear... I can hear you, but I don't know if the YouTube's can. I don't think you are. Oh, God, yeah, I need the settings, don't I? Oh, God, Lord. Do you know what? I have this sorted out on my other profile, but because I don't know how to switch between them, I don't know how it works. Is it in party settings, maybe? Off. Okay. Broadcast options. Oh no, I can't do that. Well, hang on. What if I do that? Oh, I can only pause or stop it. Oops. I can't see a live button. Oh. Yeah, I clicked the live button, but it's either still set... Oh, mute microphone? No, I don't think that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, refunds are available. Let's have a look. I don't know. It's Matt who doesn't have his voice shared for broadcast. Yeah, I know. Have you got it set right, Matt? Because apparently because I think it might be you. Thank you, Coy. Ugh. Oh dear. Ladies and gentlemen, the organisation of this clown. Oh, do you know what? What? Nope. I think you need to allow his voice in chat options. I can be wrong. Possibly. Oh, God. Well, Yeah, I think we may have to leave this for another time, unfortunately. But I'm sure there's invite more voice chat settings. Share your voice. Allow. Is that? Oh. No, mute game voice chat. No. Share your voice on allowed? Oh, damn it. Yeah, I haven't got it on. All I've got is a timer and a stop broadcast and pause broadcast and stop broadcast. No. Overlay options. Display chat. Display activity. Position bottom right. No, that's not it. Oh, hang on. Maybe I had to do it in... let's have a look. Where's broadcast? Where's broadcast? Broadcast. There we go. Mute download gallery. No change. No auto. Broadcast. Audio. Include party audio. So I had to actually do it in the main menu, not from... Right. Is it working now? Include party audio.
Well, let's try.
So I had to actually do it in the main menu, not from... Is it working now? Yes, I can hear you on the phone. I think it's working. We got there in the end. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. However...
people watching, so there you go.
Yeah, apologies to the Nines. Refunds are no longer available. They have long gone, but never mind. Ladies and gentlemen...
Well, they will be after you...
Yeah, they're probably going to ask him for refunds, so there's my wages for this week gone, but never mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, your pro class winner, Matt Psycho. What a race. You must be absolutely thrilled to bits.
Yeah, that was I was just saying to the guys, it was actually quite tough, just keeping concentration. It's
I mean, at the start we saw... Oh, go on.
Yeah, so when you got a little bit of a buffer, it's a bit weird, but if you're not sort of fixated on someone, it's, your mind can wander. And I always go into a bit of a funk around hour and a half. But no, I was just watching the gap with Homesick. It was like only one major off, and it would have been really tight again. He was super quick all night.
He was on you for a majority of the night. It was about 22 seconds round about that mark.
But here, that's nothing.
It is nothing. No, considering this, like you say, that it's easy to make a mistake here going down the mountain, or is it through the boot, through that twisty section? Because I was actually saying, I've had the laptop on the whole night, eager to put a name of all the corners on Bathurst, and it is still on the main Google homepage, so I never got round to it.
Well, that's good. Obviously, how was your night? How was your first?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm surprised the noisemaker hasn't broken. I'm not going to lie, because usually around about an hour and 20 minutes into it, I was saying that this is how I sound like afterwards. And I thought, no, that's what's going to happen tomorrow morning. Oh, it's all working perfectly fine. I'll get up in the morning. Oh, great. I'm going to sound like this for the rest of the morning. So we'll have to wait and see. So, but no, it's been good. I'll tell you what, there was an absolutely cracking battle behind you, mate. But let's ignore that for the fact. I mean, at the start, Boosted absolutely disappeared at warp speed, and I thought, ooh, is he the kryptonite for the aliens that we never expected? But it just appears to be his strategy just didn't seem to work for him, and yours just came together like, well, you are a experienced 2.5 winner, so maybe that's what came into play.
Yeah, I was hoping, because the booster's quick. Over a lap, he's dynamite. But yeah, I was hoping, because I actually did a sneaky watch of the 5 lap we did last week. I noticed that he was going for his fuel quicker. So I was hoping that when he peeled off, that was about 9 or 10 laps. So good. Hopefully he's on an extra stop. I got to thank your buddy for he gave me some advice to stick it in third through all the slow ones.
What?
So that's what I did. They
What
worked pretty
buddy?
well. Silver Star.
He doesn't allow to exist in this moment. I don't know what you're talking about, Matt. I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone gave me some advice to use third gear, and it was really good advice. So.
Well, whoever it was, well, there we go. The unknown benefactor.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that Silver Star hasn't hung around to explain who this mysterious benefactor is. We'll have to get right. I'm just going to break in. Sky, shut the hell up. He's not my bloody twin. Right? There is a major difference between us. Quiet.
Answer Sky, actually. No, I didn't spend 3 weeks planning the strat.
Well, there we go. We'll have a quick through it as well.
No, that was great. That was a really good. It was.
Yeah.
It's long. It's hard. Everyone who can finish a race like this is impressive. It's tough to do.
Well, I said that,
especially at this track.
Near the end, I pretty much said that if Boosted hangs about, he's going to basically give all of the front runners a real good run for the money if he can crack strategy. And I have a feeling that's going to... So, well, I hope you're not too used to coming second, Matt, because it may be coming.
No,
it may be coming.
That's what I love about the 2.5s. Tonight it could have been...
Yep, it's the challenge.
Anyone from the pro could have won. It's that tight.
Well, I'm not going to lie. As soon as the second round of pit stops that you managed to beat Boosted round, I thought, no, that's it. It's game over. Only a mistake's going to cost him now. But not going to lie, at the front end, probably a little bit quiet than we expected. The back was amazing. The amateurs absolutely had a blast. Not going to lie.
Good. So he kept you entertained all the way through.
Oh yeah, near enough. It was who do I keep an eye on? It's like, oh, hang on a second. Oh, this is going to happen. Wait, hang on a second. How many laps have they? Oh, hang on a sec. Let's work out the laps. 10 seconds later, insert 20p to continue this transaction. So,
I think you've got a job now, by the sounds of it.
I hope not. Let's not lie. We need thingy back.
We need you on the track as well. So, yeah.
Well. That might not be happening very, very shortly. I think.
A good second career by the sounds of it. So.
Well, I think MTCC might be my last for a while.
We need GTMC back. So.
Well, anyway, I can't control that.
I always do this. I always start lobbying for leagues. So I won't.
Yep, we won't go there. We will not go there, and I'm sure that people will want to have another go as well. So. I will let you go have the debrief with the mama, and congratulations on your first.
And well done you for your first live broadcast as well. Go big.
Go big or go home, I say.
Nice one.
Right.
All right, I shall duck out. Let you finish.
Right, thank you very much, Matt. Congratulations, and enjoy the rest of your evening, sir.
Will do. There's a big pint of beer with my name on it.
Yes, I'm sure there is. I had a cracking tea just before we started, so I'll let you enjoy your pie.
Cheers.
All right, thank you very much, Matt, and go enjoy. Next, he's hung about, so we will give him a shout. Pat Stat, come on down! The man himself. Here he is. Pat, well done on a 2.5. Is he working, though? Is it working? Yep, you are working, my friend. You are live on the YouTube. So, Pat, second in class for the amateurs. You must be absolutely thrilled.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best I could have got, because I knew Silver on field, he was like a pit stop ahead as far as I could work out. So
yeah,
all I had to do was like beating the Polish ones, is all I was bothered about, and getting a second bonus.
Well,
Yeah.
it looked absolutely thrilling from my end with, well, at first it was Jocus and then it was Silver Star. I wasn't quite sure who was going to topple out in the end, but no, it was Silver Star. So, wow, what an absolute battle and a half. And then again, you and Jocus had a battle right near the end. That must have been tense.
It was a little bit, yes. Yeah, I knew I was slightly quicker than him on the track.
Squeaky bum time, was it?
It was getting there. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I managed to get ahead of him in the pit stop cycle. It was on my second last stop, and then I feel less than he did for his last stop. So I had like 14 seconds to play with. A couple of dodgy laps got that down to 8, and then he was getting a tow from, I think it was Supermanny. So he caught up to about 6 seconds behind, and then I had to let Supermanny pass. So it did get down to about a second and a half. Then he made a mess of it somewhere over the mountain, I think. I saw 12 seconds, and I thought, second place is probably mine.
Yes, it definitely looked quite close at the end. I was going to see, is it going to be Pat's best result? Is it going to be Joker's best result? Yeah, I think it's actually both results at the end, because I think this is your best result for class so far. And I think this is best for class for Joker's as well.
They were close to podium in a multi-class thing, yeah.
Well, I think this was the nature of the game. I mean, let's face it, we've got two brand new faces to the Hall of Champions. Maybe Nick, maybe one time it could be you in the right sense. You were close today. Let's not face fact. No, let's face facts. You were quite close. Maybe not worked, but maybe in future we could be speaking to you as a class winner.
Yeah, I think if it had been in the same car, that the Hyundai was just ridiculous on its fuel. So I couldn't do anything about that today.
Do you think it probably maybe was the car advantage that helped him out, or do you think you could have just had a better strategy from your end, maybe?
Well, there wasn't. I couldn't get much more than 13 laps out of the tank, and he was doing like 15, so it was just accumulated 2 laps at a time. So it was effectively a pit stop difference between us on the strategy.
Wow, there we go.
And then being kicked out of the pit lane, reset onto the track, and having to do a lap on fuel setting 6 to get to the pits.
Wow.
Being close to him.
Well, you still must be quite thrilled with the second, no doubt about it, even if you did have the slight disadvantage on your behalf. So, well, I think that's a well-deserved second in class, if you ask me. Very well done.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking it, yeah.
Is there going to be some beers on the menu tonight, perhaps, maybe?
If I had any, yeah.
Go tell Mama Pat to get some beers, because you're celebrating a second.
Yeah, I've got a monster or two somewhere, but I don't know where they are at the moment. They're probably in the fridge downstairs somewhere.
No, tell him to crack it out, because it's a podium worth celebrating, mate. It's second in class, and I'm pretty sure we are going to see that name come out as class winner at some point, mate. So I think it's going to be inevitable. Maybe in the right combination, but I think we're going to see you there at some point, mate.
Well, yeah, I've been waiting 3 years for another one of these on this track. So yeah, it's it was good that it came up with a good result. Yeah.
It is a good result. We're not going to lie. It's like I said, maybe
I got past lap 7 before the internet kicked me out, which was a bonus.
Oh, oh dear. Well, I suppose I guess it's a benefit then.
Last time we did one of these, I got 7 laps and 2 corners, and then the internet just decided no more.
I think that might be what happened to Harvey. He did say what happened. If I can find it somewhere, I have to go back on everything now. Nope, that's not it. It's somewhere around here. Oh, no, there we go. The car gave up. The wheel fell off. So maybe that's a weakness in the Lexus, perhaps, although I told him that he's not allowed to drive the Batmobile.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the physical wheels or the wheels of the...
We'll call it the game wheel, because these things can happen. They can happen in real motorsport, so why can't they happen in digital motorsports?
Yeah, that would be an interesting thing to put into place.
Yeah, yes, perhaps, but I think. And for Skyjacker, if I'm honest, I'm not 100% sure what happened to Racer Brown. He's not mentioned anything, so my guessing is it's because it's a Mazda, one of the cylinders went kaput. So I'm just putting a guess onto that situation, my friend. But
yeah, completely there we,
yes, this looks like a mystery for Sherlock Holmes, unless the man himself can give us some answers. But I think we shall leave it at that for the time being, because we've been going long into this, and I think people are wanting to get to bed. So I will leave it at that and saying, Pat, well done, and go enjoy your second in class, mate. Enjoy the silverware.
I'll live on it for a while. It'll be up there. Yes.
Yeah, it will be there. I'm pretty sure it will be very, very soon. Watch this space, Hall of Champions. This man has got his name ready for it. So there we go. So I will leave you to that, Pat, and congratulations, my friend.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Well done, and go and enjoy. And I think that is everybody that's hung around, unless somebody else wants to come in and join. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think Homesick wants to have a natter. I shall have a. I'll ask him. It's a shame that Silver Star didn't hang around. What? I'd like to have spoken to... Oh, and Coy as well. Coy, you should have stayed on, mate. We could have done a cracking interview with you for as the pro-amateur winner, but I guess you didn't want to stick around. Where did Baz and Big Dan do? Oh, hang on a second. There we go. Big Dan finished 3rd in class and Bazza finished 4th in class. So, and Coy is apparently too bouncy. Get over it, sunshine. Get in here. Get in here. The world wants to speak to its latest champion for the Hall of Champions. Its champion must speak to the people. Nobody can be too bouncy for it. And Homesick is not replying, so my guess is nope, he is good. Okay, very well. So I think that is it then. Coy is apparently too bouncy from perhaps maybe too much Red Bull, and Silver Star probably had a stroke. I'm guessing he had a stroke. Yes, and Pat saying that there will be a fancy race result infographics coming in a few days, and oh my god, how much have I got to go through? Oh, really? Oh, right. I am going to go through that. That's going to take me a good long time to go through. So we shall leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolute cracking set. What a cracking race that we had. We'll quickly run through the results before we disappear. And as we mentioned earlier, Matt Psycho taking the win for the pros. Homesick Alien coming second, and Boosted in his first race getting third. Koikart coming first in the pro amateurs, with Jim coming second and Dan rounding off the podium for the pro-ams in third. Silver Star takes the win for the amateurs, with Pat coming in second and Jokers coming home in third. And we shall leave it at that. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we always say, give this video a good thumbs up if you've enjoyed the racing. Ignore me. Don't worry about me. I'm not this thing. These guys are the warriors of this thing. These guys deserve the thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit like and subscribe and get that bell on, because if you thought this was fun, we've got way more races coming up. We've got the WRX Series 6 to finish off. Not to mention we still have the Remagan trophies to go through. They're going to be set of cracking races. And to come, we have the beautiful, majestic, carnage-injected races of MTCC, our take on the British Touring Car Championship. You don't want to miss it, so get that bell on so you never miss any of the action, because it is going to be absolutely glorified and you will not want to miss a second of it. So I will leave it at that, and remember, your takeaway for the day is the many reasons why men have a foot fetish is because they lost their virginity to a sock. So, until we meet again, I hope you enjoyed this race. And MTC is VRC's OG. Yes, it is. MTCC is VRC's OG league. It is the god of all leagues. It is the crown jewel. Don't you forget it. So, I was your broadcaster and commentator. Insert hilarious name here. Enjoy what is left of this magnificent, cram-packed of an evening we have had, and enjoy your evening. And I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching.